brass ones. What a move! Stunning!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing. Tonight we are at Lake Maggiore West and we are going to be in for some great racing. Tonight, joining me in the box is the man himself, Lucas. Good, Doctor. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, good. It's been a nice rainy day up here in Brisbane, so not as hot as normal, a bit muggy. The other person in the box we got tonight is Nascar. How are you?
Not too bad, mate.
How's the
rock and roll?
Yeah, how's the M4s shaping up to be there first off the bat tonight?
It's going to be a close one, I believe. There's quite a few fast guys in this one, and it's very tight.
So we're seeing Superfly and Chuck and I think Decapitan move up into Group A. Is that right?
That's correct.
So we know Chuck is Dan the man, so he's going to have something to bring to the fight. Superfly, well, he's fast as well, so these guys are moving into Group A and they're going to stir things up straight away, so I think it's going to be an awesome race. Over in the M6 we got CaptainMuffin, Adam, and I can't quite think of the third one, but there's...
Are you sure? The third one is the 5-time.
5-time. Brocky,
Yeah.
let's go with that one.
Up out of Group B. Yeah, up out of Group
How
B.
can you forget that? What a
I wonder if you can figure that.
what a brain fart. Anyway, we know Brocky's going to be quick. He's going to be battling for the top spot. We got DB007. Hopefully he's had a bit of practice this week to get used to the car. And Adam will put a super good performance in Group B. I had to watch him drive away. What are your thoughts on the M6, Lucas?
Going to be interesting. I just watched the test start then, and the entire field were 0.4 of a second apart. So she's they're fading out 3 wide across the front straight, and as they finish the lap, so she's gonna be pretty full on.
Well, I've been in a few practice sessions this week, just looking around, and everyone's close. I think this track might just bring close lap times, but it's definitely gonna sort a few of them out. But back over in the M4s, we've got Ghost, TJ. They're all running fast times. So with Chuck and Superfly and Decapitan, they're all gonna put their own foot forward, I guess you'd call it, and try and get that top spot.
Interesting over there too tonight too with the new format for the M4s as they enter their super sprint round. So they got two bites of the cherry tonight.
That's right, and we got a few retro liveries getting around the track tonight, which looks pretty cool. So, without further ado, we're going to show you how to go purple around Lake Maggiore West.
Welcome to round 2 of the M6 GT3 Championship and the M4 Challenge, brought to you by Next Level Racing and Aussie Hampton from Maggie West. 4.1 kilometres, 13 turns, a real popular racetrack amongst our drivers. Now as we head into the Tiramisu Chicane Complex, it is a left-right combination, back to first gear. Then you punch it out of there, maximum drive traction, very important. Then through Aria, slight lift of the throttle just to get the nose in. Don't clip that inside curb, it will throw you off into the weeds. Now up flat through Toscana. Really fast part of the circuit here, and then you're going to set yourself up for Nascar. One of the most famous corners in Sector 1 and a great passing opportunity. You can fire it up the inside or the outside. We have seen people pass on the outside. Really cambered as well. Can carry a lot of corner speed through here. Getting drive out of here though is so important because it is an uphill climb up through Curva Alpha. Left, right, 220 kilometres an hour, and then you're going to brake nice and late into Cono Capo. You can actually brake virtually right to the apex, first part of the apex. Double apex, right-hander. Really tricky corner to get right, but you can cut a lot of lap time there. Now up towards the best corner on the track. This is Corsa. Great corner, 170 kilometres an hour. Third gear, maximum drive. Run it out as wide as you dare. Even use a little bit of that ripple strip. It is a fast and furious lap around Maggie West, and is going to provide some fantastic action. It never fails, and especially with the M4s in the sprint round, really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you go purple.
Thanks to Sean there showing us how to get around Lake Maggiore in the Porsche. It's quite I wouldn't say it's a difficult track, but it's a high speed, easy flowing track, and it can also, if you make one little mistake, it'll cost a big amount of time because it's such a high speed track. So what we might do is move into qualifying when you're ready, Nascar.
Just a very, very quick alert. We unfortunately, Mr. Decapitan is not able to run tonight's race due to just bad technical issues with his race car. We are currently seeking a replacement as we speak.
Righto. Well, then we won't go to qualifying just right now. What we got to look forward to this week, we got the Sector 1 Community Series. We got the same cars, new tracks, hopefully some new drivers to mix it up. I think we have a new streamer that might be trying out Thursday night. And it should be one pretty good race for the first one of the series. We haven't seen the micro sector either, so...
I think the community series is a bit terrified of old mate Kelly Ryken at the moment. He's just been absolutely flooring him.
Yeah, well, got the name for it, doesn't he?
He does. He's definitely someone that's on the on the pace of the guys that are leading in the top tier at the moment. So I'm sure some TOs have been looking in that paddock at the moment, trying to figure out whether they can squeeze him in somewhere.
Well, I reckon he could be teammates outside of Sector 1 with someone which could make it a little easier.
Uh-oh.
But
Says that with a smile on his face.
no, not anyone I know. Well, how about we look at some maybe some podiums for the M4 race? I think it's going to be hard to pick. I mean, there's so many up, probably the top 5 or 6 that could take it out. But I'm going to go with Ghost to take out first. Superfly second, and I think Chuck will take out the top 3.
Yeah, she's an interesting grid. The M4s. I think you're probably on the money there with Ghost leading the way. But just looking my way down the list, Chuck's obviously a massive threat. Stickers will be quick again too. He had a pretty rough last couple laps in the opening rounds. He's lower position in the championship than he really should be, I think.
Yeah.
Jimmy Superfly sneaking up out of Group B as well is going to be a real threat. So he's definitely going to want to stamp his authority in the field now and make sure he stays in Group A. I'm actually really interested to see how Flatstick goes tonight too after that really, really awesome run at Szoka. See if he can really stick his nose back in there.
Well, I was watching a practice session this afternoon with Flatstick in it, and I tell you what, he's on the money.
It's actually going to be really helpful for Chuck too with Flatstick being in the grid as well. So he'll have a teammate that's pretty quick that'll be up the front of the field helping him out a little bit here, I think too, because obviously 2 cars from the same garage there. I'm just looking up the field at the moment. So we've got a Ragged Edge car, a Team 53, Aussie Hampton, Lucky's Lawn Care, then a Counter Punch, then a Dadson Racing, then a Blacklight, then another Dadson Racing, then the other Lucky's Lawn Care, then a Cornerstone, Then the other 53 cars not racing tonight now. Revolution race gear. So Jimmy Superfly will be all on his own for flavouring the Revolution flag. And obviously you've got Flat Stick there with the second of the Cornerstone cars. So you've got a couple of teams there with a couple of shots in the gun tonight. And then you've got Jimmy there on his own with no real help. Maybe from VF from Aussie Hampton being the sister team, he might get a bit of a leg up. But those guys there will really be fighting for position.
Yeah, well, just looking at the names down the list there, I mean, Sandman's had some good runs, Mo's had some good runs, VF's had good runs. Probably you could almost say the top 10 any one of them could take it out.
Absolutely.
So we're just waiting on a Jimmy. We've got Jimmy is next in line. There we go.
Yeah, he's on his way.
He's on his way.
Get him out, get around him, guys. That's a pretty big effort for someone to jump in minutes before qualifying. And
I don't think he was ready. He was saying in chat earlier today that he didn't really want to race tonight.
Also, shout out there to Kazi as well, who's put his hand up a little bit further down the list. So for Kazi, so he would have been a lower option, but nice of him to really put his hand up there and say I'm available if needed.
Yeah, Brocky, you can stay out of the M4s. That's not allowed.
It's naughty.
Don't know. The boys have been keen on driving the M4 at the moment. They're enjoying it. So
yeah, well, I think it's just a bit of the, what do you call it, a reminiscence of the GR4 days when you jump back in it.
Yeah, they are a slightly detuned version of the old through-house supercar that we used to run. That car was just ridiculous, so it was way too much power for the chassis. So
Alrighty.
It's probably good that we've slipped back down a little bit in the power limit, but they're nice and light, and they move around a little bit too. The M4's a great car to drive.
The thing I'm finding with both the M6 and the M4 is they're pretty similar to drive, but they're the first plus one is they're nothing like a Ferrari. The second one is they actually last a stint and handle almost the same the whole way.
Yeah. Like there's a drop off there. If you overwork the car, you'll definitely feel it. But they are more forgiving than the Ferrari that we were used to last season, which really bites the back of your hand pretty quickly.
Righto, so we got Jim Bob in the lobby.
Yep, just about to get the event settings all sorted, ready to rock and roll.
I hope he's been doing some laps before the qualifying.
Me too.
So, we do have the sprint race tonight. The first one is a 15-minute race. It's a 10-minute qualifier. I did have all this written down.
It's 15 and 20, is it?
15 and a 20.
Yeah.
The 10-minute qualifier, and it is based off the finishing order of the first race. So you want to go hell for leather on your first race. And I don't think, from what I've been reading, the first race has any points towards your championship. It's only the second race.
No, it's both races.
It is both races?
Yep. So it's crucial to be a nice solid position in the first race. Obviously it dictates the position for starting the second race, but also that does lead to, technically they're racing two separate races tonight, but they'll be counted separately for points as well. So big night for points for the guys. So we could see some massive swings in the championship.
Yeah.
So you really want to finish strong in both races. You don't want to have a race where you get turned around and end up down towards the back, or you make a mistake or run out of fuel or something silly, because you will lose a lot of points at the end of the day. So yeah, big event. This is something different. We're trying now. We've listened to what the guys are saying that have been watching, and they want to see a little bit more action. So this will be a couple of races with probably no stop in the first race for sure. The second race, I'm not sure about what these cars will be like over 20 minutes. They're probably going to need to stop for a set of boots. But the first race, they'll just sprint all the way to the end, I reckon. I don't think anyone will stop.
I think there's compulsory stops put in for the sprint race.
Is there? Well, there you go.
I will bring that up when I find it. But yeah, we've been looking at that this week just to make sure we got our drivers all correct. We are just waiting on. Sorry.
You're probably right.
We're just waiting on a couple of people to enter. And
Yep,
I think
we're good to go, boys. Let's
we're
roll.
good to go.
Bounce.
Yep. So mandatory pit stop for the 15-minute races between 12 minutes remaining and 3 minutes remaining. So they've got to get in and get out. And a mandatory pit stop for the second race, it's actually 25 minutes the second race, is 22 minutes remaining and 3 minutes remaining. So they've got to pit before the 3-minute mark into the race.
Righto, we got some drivers out onto the track. We'll be joining you shortly, Lucas, after the first two races, unless you want to hang around.
I'll leave you to it, boys.
Righto, so first out the gate, Magnet in the Toro entry for Lockie's Lawn Care. Second is Ghost in the auto one. It's got the retro livery. We've got a few sporting the retro liveries tonight. Flat Stick in the Bez Media. Cornerstone. We have stickers. Stickers for the Bacchus Breweries is for Dadson Racing. Jim Bob. Last minute call up. He's probably had no laps today, but he's given it everything he's got. He's got a Ronin Control Systems livery on for CJ Esports. Mo Jalen in 6th. The Paneski for Blacklight. Shinobi down in 7th for Chill Out Systems, who is racing cars like legends. 8th will be Grassies. 2nd of the Toro, Lucky's Lawn Care entries. TJ down in 9th. TJ has the Alliance Civil, who would be Team 53, who would be NASCAR's
That is correct.
first little team. Jimmy Superfly in 10th for the Revolution race gear for Death Grip Racing. Sandman, normally one of the not one to practice too much, but he's out there tonight. He's in the Challenger next level entry for Counterpunch. And Dadson, team owner of Dadson Racing in the Bacchus Breweries. BF down in 13 for the Aussie Hampton. And Chuck, second of the Cornerstone entries for Bez Media. One to watch out for tonight. Let's jump back up the front, see where we're at. Alright, Ghost pulling a little move, trying to get the clear air for the first of the first flyers. But 10 minutes, it'll take nothing. It'll be 4 to 5 laps, and that's all you're going to get to make a fast lap out of it.
Yeah, over in a flash. Oh, as he goes a bit wide there.
Ghost sets a 1:23.1. Flat Stick with a... Lost it. TJ straight up the front. TJ a
742 was Chase's times.
A 1:22.8 for TJ. Superfly into third. Gets taken back by Chuck. Goes straight to the top.
There he is.
Chuck with a 1:22.5. He's not hanging around today. He's putting his foot down. We knew this bloke would be fast. You can be fast in qualifying and your race may not come to plan, but we know that's not how Chuck works. He's good at both. Mo down in 5th. He's got Jimmy all over the back of him trying to get a tow. Now we've got 2 Jimmys in tonight, so we've got to say one's Superfly and one's Jimmy or Jim Bob. VF in 6th. Jim Bob, we'll go with Jim Bob. Superfly had a good outing. Sorry, not Superfly. VF had a good outing last round. Hopefully he can pull that off in Group A again. So Jimmy sitting in 7th. Jim Bob sitting in 7th. That's a pretty good start for a late call-up. Flat Stick down in 8th. Makes his way up to 6th. Shanubi down in 10th, Dadson in 9th.
Superfly to second.
Superfly with a 122.6. There's 900ths of a second separating first and second. So we're seeing Chuck just go into the pits. Being such a short qualifying too, there's going to be a strategy to your qualifying as well.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be out in traffic, that's for sure. You got to really, really time your entries in the pit road.
So I've been watching practice a little bit this week. I know TJ's fast. We know Ghost is fast. We know Superfly and Chuck are fast. I think it's going to be one hell of a race in the top 4, and we're probably going to see Mo come into the equation as well, because he's not one to not be up the front.
No, he's not one to try the odd strategy as well, the odd out there strategy to get himself up to the front, as he saw in was it Interlagos last season. He definitely went out of the box with that one, and he almost won it. So definitely you'll be seeing him up front for sure.
With Chuck. Looking nice and poised. Car looks planted. I think he's still on his out lap.
Yep, he's just about to go out on his last flyer, I believe, or one of his last flyers.
One of them. We've got 3.5 minutes left. I mean, now's when you're pitting for your absolute last. Fresh tyres, low fuel, quick run. Stickers up into 4th. With a 123.081. So 123 flat. We've got 0.5 separating the top 4, 0.6 separating the top 5. Ghost is just hanging around, 0.6 off the leader.
1 second separates the top 8.
1 second. That's nothing when you're talking about these short laps over a long distance. Ghost on the limiter, burning some fuel. Let's go back up to Chuck. Down 0.3 as he comes into Connor Capo. Can make up a little bit on this last corner. Down through Corsa. Oh, I think he's a little bit off pace. TJ, Superfly in second. Getting the toe off TJ. Let's have a look at the splits. Oh, TJ's just down. Come down through Nascar. NASCAR's been the talking point this week about how much you can use the inside curb there. But be wary of that. We have TJ just fallen off the back. I think I just seen a purple sector there from TJ.
Yeah, he's got Superfly in front of him, so it's going to be an excellent tow here as he comes to complete his just about his last lap. His penultimate lap, rather.
This is it. We're not going to see. Oh no, we'll see one more. But you won't be using the same goodness of your tyres. What do we got?
24, he's down there quite a lot.
Stays third. Chuck's done well to snap that lap. As he comes round, what's he got? Don't think this is going to go any better. No. Let's go back to Ghost. Ghost starts his last lap. Stickers in 4th. Has he made any gain?
Oh, we got purple from TJ again, out of sector 1.
Stickers no better. Down in Nascar for TJ.
I'll keep my bias under control here, Troy.
Up through curver. He's purple still. Through Connor Capo. Pretty tricky corner this one. You've got a lot of throttle
Modulation.
modulation. That's the word I'm looking for. Down into Corsa.
All right. Very nicely through Corsa. What's he got for us?
Oh,
just
take second. Where's Superfly?
that boy TJ.
Superfly improve. He's got a tight entry out of the Corsa. Oh, he's well off.
Just want to give a quick shout out there to Flatstick in 7th. What a job. What an effort there.
Well, we spent most of the qualifying up the front end. Do a bit of a run through. So
Wrapped with that.
yeah, well, he had a good race last round as well. Chuck in first, TJ in second. Off the line here, what can they do? Righto. And we're off. I missed the start there, but we got it eventually. Everyone seems to have got a good jump. There's a touch.
Bit of crisscross action there between the top two. Oh, big touch.
Everyone's got to keep their cool. Ghost up the inside, takes 4th position. Into the side of TJ, takes 3rd position. TJ holds him out. One thing you don't want to do is let Dan or Chuck get out in front and take advantage. Just see Ghost going a little bit defensive here. Ghost up to 3rd. That's a good jump from 5th.
Yeah, unfortunately TJ's lost out big time there. He's shuffled all the way back to 6th there, but it's the nature of the beast here at Maggie.
Oh, that
One little mistake and you're back down.
first, second corner, they're tough. Stickers up the inside of Ghost here. Gets the job done. Looks like Mo might take advantage of that as well. Just got to
TJ's gonna look again.
Just got to settle down a little bit. Starting to get a bit antsy. Look who's in 8th position. And then they got the last minute call up, Jimmy. Oh, I think he's starting to use a lot of curb. Oh, he's sideways.
He's gone. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be a heavy penalty there. That's sending right to the back.
Let's see if we can grab it. Nope, wrong button. Having a mare tonight. I've been spending all day on the computer and I can't get my buttons right. But it's put him back to 13th place.
Yeah, you'd be one angry chappy under the helmet there, but thankfully there's one more bite at the cherry after this one.
He'll be absolutely spewing under that helmet. He's been the hot favourite from what I've been watching all week. Superfly is not letting go of the back of Chuck though. Probably knows once you get out of that slipstream he's going to lose him. So we've got a compulsory pit stop in the sprint race. Pretty much from any time now. Stickers in third. Looks like Ghost just dropping off the back a little bit. Not far.
Chased up to 6th here with Jimmy on his case as well, and he's got an absolute train behind him too. So this will be fun in a few laps time.
Jim Bob right behind him. Shinobi behind Jim Bob. Big train happening right now. Datsun down in 9th. He hasn't been talking himself down all week again. Grassy's in 10th. Oh, we've had a change of position for the lead. See if we can grab it. No, we missed that one. Need to go back a little further. This is working out perfect for Superfly. A little over 10 minutes to go. Looked like we might have seen a little bit of a gain there from Ghost. He was out to 1.3 and then he was down to 1.1, so he's gained 200.2.
Just starting to get into his rhythm now.
Pulling away from Mo a little bit. How are we looking with TJ? Where's he at? He's down in 13th still.
He's 13th and a second behind Sandman and gaining on him, so he might be able to get him here just before Nascar.
This probably ain't the position Sandman wants to be in either.
Yep, just with an angry M4 behind him there.
Nascar. One of the
Oh, big wreck. Magnet, Grassies, all off. The two teammates, I believe.
Yeah, the teammates.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Just hit the sand and he's taking his teammate out. That's exactly what you didn't want to do.
Oh dear.
SpaghettiOs.
But been there before. Well, I have. So up the front we got Stickers really hounding Chuck now. And Ghost. Oh, he's just sliding off the back again. So Stickers is on the move here. He's in the toe. Does Chuck run defensive? Oh, Jimmy, a bit of gamesmanship going on.
Could be a fatal four-way before we know it here.
Well, I'm just looking at the fastest lap there. Stickers has got the fastest lap at the moment. So he's definitely put his foot down. We knew Jimmy Superfly was going to be quick. He's been quick all season, or even last season.
We did come into the M4 season as the unbackable favourite.
Yeah.
So obviously missing round 1 in Group A has hurt him off to a little bit of a start. So this is basically the start of his championship now. He's really able to push to make up some points, get himself up the pointy end of the championship. 6 rounds, so it's not a long championship. So he's really got to finish strong now for most races now.
Here we go. We're seeing the first of the pit stops.
Yep, the top 4 are all in.
Stickers with the best of the field save. Who keeps going? We're all in. We're all in. Mo Jalen keeps going. Gonna run the long stint.
Just has to be different, Mo.
Oh yeah. Always got a trick up his sleeve, this boy.
The only advantage I see of running long is if you can pull off that fast lap on that last lap, because the undercut would always work in a sprint race for me. So he puts his foot to the floor. VF stays long as well, so he's got Superfly right behind him. He could hold Superfly up here just enough for Mo to get out in front.
Oh, Jimmy goes full send there.
Go back on that one. See, watch Jimmy come down at Nascar. I don't think that's even the right replay. Something's going on tonight. Too much stress today.
Jimmy's got TJ all over him here as they come through to which corner is this again? Oh, and TJ's just absolutely barreled on the inside there. He's taken that position, 8th place. Solid recovery for the Team 53 driver.
So it looks like TJ's got around Jim Bob. Jim Bob's got around Dadson. And Sandman's just starting to make his way up to the back of the pack. Righto, Mo's in. Superfly and Chuck up the front. There's 1 second between them. Yeah, 2.2 back to stickers. It looks like Ghost. Let's bring that gap down under a second to stickers. So Mo's rejoined back in his original 5th position, so he hasn't gained or lost.
Have a look who's in 6th place there.
Flat stick.
Old mate Chase.
Well, he's definitely turned a corner this season, because been up the pointy end for both the first round and tonight. TJ up to 7th, so he's making his way through the pack pretty quick. He's got to make it pretty quick because he's got 5 minutes left, so you're probably going to see 4 laps, just under 4 laps, maybe 3. Dadson down in 8th. Got Jim Bob all over him, so he's got Jim Bob's lost another spot to Dadson there because he was just in front about a lap ago. Sandman down in 10th.
Oh, fastest lap from TJ there, the 22.335, if you don't mind.
Well, he's definitely caught up to Chase. It's 0.7. You can see the timer coming down. Doesn't look like Chuck's gaining anything on Superfly.
Yeah, just hovering around that second margin.
Definitely pulling away from stickers, and Ghost is they're starting to get a bit stagnant from about third position onwards. Mo's still in 5th.
And Jim Bob's got a bit of a train going there for 8th, 9th and 10th there. Slowly but surely the train's building up.
So he's back around Dadson. So these two are having a pretty good tough tussle.
Ooh, easy there, TJ.
That's one thing to be faster in the pack, but you can also wreck your car doing so.
I'm not sure about that one there from Chase.
Oh, he takes the crisscross. He's going to make it work.
Got the job done there. But that's going to set him up here. It's going to leave him vulnerable going into NASCAR now, as Chase will most likely get the draft here. And I can guarantee you'll pull off a big send knowing Chase.
Oh, I think he's got enough room there. Enough.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Chase actually got around the corner pretty good then. TJ ran it out a little bit wide. This is where the tyres might be coming into play at the end of the stint. How do the tyres look on TJ's car compared to Chase's?
Not too bad actually. Chase is a bit worse off here in the grip department as TJ goes wide. So don't mind me, mate. I'm just.
I think the car might be starting to hurt, or maybe the pressure's just building up towards the end of the race. You can get into them overdriving the car states pretty quick on what to do that.
he's not a shaken flat stick off here by any means yet. TJ, he's got to work for this one.
Bit of a train back to Jim Bob. Still holding off Sandman. Dadson's lost a few spots. He was in front of Jim Bob. Eleventh down is Shinobi. VF, I thought might have done a little better tonight, but he's rounding out 12th. Magnet down in 13th, so Magnet had a good first round. Maybe this track doesn't suit him. Oh, that's right. These are the ones that took themselves out, aren't they?
Yep. Be a pretty interesting debrief there at half time.
and Grassy's down in 14th, so Grassy's has had a shocker as well. So back up the front, Superfly, he's got a 3-second lead now out on Chuck. He's definitely proven his dominance here tonight. It's going to be their last lap. I think Superfly, without any mistakes, he can pretty much take home the honours. Well, he can go into cruise mode anyway. Chuck's got stickers of ghost breathing down his neck, so he can't afford to make any kind of mistake.
Mo's not far off him too there in 5th place.
Yeah, so the top 5 just seem to be keeping their distance. I think this is probably how you're going to see it round out. Superfly comes into Connor Capo.
As we see Sandman and Jim Bob there going toe to toe. Going up the hill here. Side by side through the S's here. It's not always fun. Oh, as Jim Bob goes for the big dive. Oh, he nearly paid for it too. And that's going to give Dadson a massive sniff here. And he's going to get the job done too.
We'll have to cut back to that because Jimmy's about to cross the line. He's taken first position. Chuck's going to hold on to second. Stickers in for third. Ghost for 4th. Mo Jalen will stay 5th. TJ's made his way back to 6th. That's a good race. Good run.
That's a really good comeback from him there. It's
Chase is 7th.
Chase to round out 7th. Good job from him too there, coming into A for the first time.
Sandman for 8th. Dadson for 9th. Jim Bob for 10th. 11th will be Shinobi. VF for 12th. 13th will be Magnet. And Grassy's just crossing the line will be 14th. So, Dan, coming into the Group A, he's definitely showed a bit of dominance tonight. Superfly definitely blew him out of the park, even though it might only be 3 seconds ahead, but it's a big statement on a short race. Stickers and Ghost just coming 3rd and 4th. Probably they may have expected to be around them positions. So now we've got to set the grid as we go.
Based on previous results.
Based on previous results as we go for the second and the longer race. This could be pretty much the same thing. I mean, that was long enough to kind of see who's gonna pull away and who's not, but a longer race, the strategy could come into effect. The tyres will become a problem. I still think you don't have to worry about fuel for the second race, but yeah, tyres will definitely come into it.
As we wait for the grid to enter up.
The back mid pack of the field, I think, with Dadson and Jim Bob, I should say, and Chase. That's going to be interesting on the longer stint. I think we'll start to see, and plus Jim Bob will have a few laps under his belt. Things could change up mid pack. down the back end. Let's hope that Magnet and Grassies don't come together again. They definitely wouldn't have wanted that to happen. And for the second race, we'll try and get this replay sorted. Bit of a fluster today trying to get the stream sorted. We keep having these technical issues, but we've changed everything today, so hopefully we can get away with it. So Buffer says they'll need to splash some fuel in. Well, 20-minute race. If you're going flat stick, yeah, you're probably going to need a little bit. Definitely going to need some tyres if you want to stay on track. It really burns the front, and the front tyres through the long sweep and fast corners. So as one thing we didn't mention before we went qualifying, which we could probably delve into now while we're waiting for the grid to be set, is the points.
Yep.
So after round 1, we see Ghost leading the way. He took out the first round on 33 points. TJ followed second on 27. VF, who had a brilliant run in the first round, 25 points. Magnet for fourth. So we're seeing Magnet and VF probably at the other end of where they wanted to be tonight. But I mean, their first round really got them up there. Chuck, definitely a good round in the Group B. Moves him up to fifth on 21 points. Mo Jalen on, Dadson in sixth on 20 points. Mo Jalen seventh on 19, who is tied in points with Stickers for eighth. Grassy's on ninth for 18 points. Sandman 10th for 17, who is tied in points with Decapitan on 11th. Superfly, who just made his way to the top of the tree for the first race, going to get some good points there. 12th and 16 points. Flat Stick 15 points, rounding out 13, and Shinobi 14th with 15 points. So there you have it there. The few of the blokes that have moved up to Group A, they've definitely got themselves halfway up the ladder in Group A as well. So and they're proving themselves tonight in Group A, who's just going to make it even harder for the people that wanted to stay ahead. Just going to make it harder for them to accept that they're there.
I think we're all ready to rock, mate.
All right, well, ready when you are.
Yep, let's get it sorted.
Alright, the final has started. This is the second race. See who can mix it up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Maggiore West. In the M4. Chuck off the front row with Stickers. Is there a little bit of a problem there? We might have to stop this one. I think Jimmy should be on the front row. And we're off. I can't see Jimmy in the field. Did Jimmy not make his way back? Let's go down towards the back. Jimmy's not there.
Yep.
We might have to red flag it.
Yeah, for some reason I can't get the can't put an alert out onto the chat here. Don't know why it's doing that. Won't let me do it.
Righto. Let's see if I can do it.
Might have to if you, yeah, if you could, mate, please.
Alright, just give us a couple of seconds. We got a little bit of a technical issue in the lobby.
Oh, there it's working.
Yeah, they all come in now.
Yep.
Abort, abort, abort. That's all right. Yeah, you can. I haven't put it onto the race yet because we were missing Superfly in the race. He wasn't on the front of the grid. So as soon as we go racing again, we will have the race up. It's a pretty good race, that one too. That we're watching. To tell you the truth.
So I just heard from the upstairs guys. Apparently the second race is 15 minutes also. So
Oh, he's got that set right anyway.
yeah, good. Because I remember when I was talking pre-race, I was talking a 20-minute second race. So it's a good thing that you guys know what you're doing because I was all over the place.
All good, mate.
Seems
All good.
seems like one of them days. It must be the rainy weather. Looks like we've got a bit of a pit glitch too.
Yeah, all right. We'll might have to get a new room sorted then.
Mo's blue screened apparently.
Ooh.
So did Jimana. Oh dear.
That doesn't help.
It's all happening.
Well, while we're waiting, let's go to the combined team points. So we have Cornerstone on top of the team's championship, Team 53. So that's your team NASCAR. Sitting in
Thank
second
you.
spot, you'd have to be pretty happy with that after round one.
Definitely, man. It's always a good help to get up the top so early. So yeah.
Ragged Edge in third. We had a pretty good first round. We can't ask for much better apart from my ugly looking race. Death Grip in fourth on 84. They're going to be. They got some real good drivers in their team this season. They're going to be one to watch up the pointy end. Counterpunch Racing in fifth on 80 points. Aussie Hampton Racing, who they had a pretty good first round as well. Some drivers that probably we didn't expect to be where they were, like old Blakey coming home, and I think he came home in fourth or fifth in the Group B. So Aussie Hampton in sixth on 79. Dadson Racing, well they're going to be up there no matter what. They got a really good team going over there. They're at 77 points in seventh position. Blacklight Motorsport down in eighth. A lot better than probably their last season. So the first round out of the way, they're about halfway on 75 points. Racing Cars Like Legends. So we've seen D-Flow miss a few of the rounds. Miss Group A, and then I don't know, wasn't even in Group B, was he? So he's missed a full round, so that's probably hurt them. Red Mist Racing in 10th on 73 points. CJ Esports in 11th on 67, who's tied with Deeds Racing. Now Deeds Racing won the team's championship last year, was that correct? I'm pretty sure it is. So Brent had a bit of a mare in his race in Group A, coming home in 14th. I'm sure he wants to do better than that. Obsession in 13th of 55 points, and rounding out the top 14 will be Lucky's Lawn Care on 54 points. And they're the team that we probably know having a bit of a struggle to get used to the M4 after really driving the Ferrari for the past few seasons, but yeah, they'll get themselves together and get back up there. Oh, LLRC did. Lucky's Lawn Care won the team's championship, right? Well, you can't have been too far from the front, because I remember hearing about it.
Just getting that grid sorted out, mainly boys, before we get going. Just give me a couple minutes here.
TJ, yeah, well, definitely not the race you wanted for round one. You were looking pretty good there, and he's just in chat saying let's hope race 2 goes better. So yeah, let's hope race 2 goes better. We don't want to see any spins for the top runners. As you're seeing on screen, Adam, who we're going to see in the Group A of the M6s, he's just on screen now. He definitely put a statement down in Group B last week, leading the field and just leaving us behind. I think he's going to go right tonight too. Seems to got his driving style together and just putting in consistent laps, which is just getting him further away from the field.
Right, grid is set.
Grid is set.
Let's roll.
All right. Here we go.
Make sure everything is in order. Oh, yep, let's go.
Finally started. Race 2, here we go. Nick, there's just about everyone's had a livery change since last season's a new car. Alright, we are ready to roll. Let's see if we can grab fifth. Revs are rising. And we drop the hammer. Looks like Ghost gets a good start. Looks Stickers. They're all got a pretty good start. Stickers goes for the inside. Up on Chuck.
Oh, Superfly nearly lost it there. As Sean goes to the inside of Stickers there to grab third. Got TJ run on the inside of Mo here for fourth position, or fifth position rather. He gets the job done. Now he's got Stickers.
Right, Mo. Mo needs to put his head down this round. This race. Oh, we got Chuck.
Coming for the lead.
Oh, leaving some room. I tell you what, let Ghost up the inside of Superfly. There's no one gives any room in the M4s. Look at
no holds barred here.
Ghost is going for a run up the inside of Chuck. Oh, I think there's a bit of a touch there. Chuck's run wide. Superfly up the inside of Chuck now.
What's all happening? Triple threat here.
I tell you what, the first lap is tight. Stickers runs wide.
Oh, Stickers is gone. Oh, is he going to come back at the field? Oh, he saves it.
He's hit the wall. Oh, he has lost a bunch of spots. Ghost goes defensive.
He's not gonna be happy about that. Meanwhile, it's all bunched up here.
Superfly now, right behind Ghost. Looks like we got TJ right behind Chuck. Ghost runs wide.
Gamesmanship's already started.
Straight up to the inside, defensive. It's amazing how much you can make up in that slipstream. Look at the pack at the front.
Oh, TJ,
TJ up the inside, bang! Oh, that's going to be looked at for sure. I'll tell you what, it's given Ghost a bit of a break.
Oh, pens are clicking.
Oh no.
Oh, he had a great start there. It's back down to seventh again.
Oh, that's what you get when you're trying to bite off a little bit more than you can chew. And all it takes at them speeds is just to miss your brake marker by a few metres, and it's game over.
It throws you way off there, especially to NASCAR.
So we got
Shout out for P4 there, guys.
P4, Sandman.
Claude,
Big advantage.
his way in.
Well, look at Mo though. Mo's not hanging around. He's right on the back of Chuck. Oh, who was that?
Claude knows how to save fuel here.
I just seen a big crash from someone down the back.
Oh, we got Jimmy Superfly off though. Just TJ and Jim Bob are going toe to toe here. Chuck's got a massive run on the outside of Ghost as they come into NASCAR. What's he going to do? He's going to go around the outside. goes, holds
There you
position
go.
there.
You can squeeze him out. You can squeeze him out on the corner there just to keep your line up into the...
And Mo there, just cheekily snuck up the third there. You waiting the pounce.
This is where it's hard. The slipstream is such a big advantage. Mo up the inside of Chuck. I think he's going to make that stick.
He might.
No. I'll tell you what, it's bringing Sandman right up to him.
Sandman's having a look to him, Mo.
I'll tell you what, Chuck goes in
Chuck's
early.
Alright.
A bit suspicious he didn't grab a penalty there because he was really inside that curb. This is what we want now. Ghost just to put his head down with some clear air. Mo in second. That's a great start for second for Mo in the second race. Sandman followed closely.
TJ and Superfly coming as well. Don't count them out too.
When you've got 10 minutes left in the race, they probably need to separate themselves a little bit because they're probably going to slow themselves down.
TJ makes a big run there into Nascar and he gets the job done. But does it leave him vulnerable here? Going up the hill.
Even behind him, Jim Bob and flat stick. And we've got Datsun in 8th. And Stick is recovering from his first lap. Probably didn't want it to go like that. And Magnet in 10th. So the groups are bunched up a bit more.
TJ's made his way back to 4th after that little mishap there. Shot him back to 7th. As we got the second Cornerstone car in now, Chase, flat stick. 9 minutes to go.
Oh, Mo runs wide. Oh, it takes a tap to the TJ. Superfly gets back around him.
Oh, 3 wide. Don't do this, boys. Oh, how are they going to do this? They've done it. But again, that leaves TJ absolutely vulnerable here with Jimmy Superfly because you know he's going to send it. You know he's going to send it.
Well, there's definitely no love lost between these two by the look of it. Not in this race anyway.
He's held him off well there. Let's put him up to 3rd.
And that's not going to be... That's going to make Mo every bit as impatient to get around him. Back up the front. Ghost almost 1.7 seconds ahead of Sandman. Such a good race for Sandman going off his first race. He's definitely got himself together for the second one. They're all valuable teams points too, even if... And driver points, I should say, because talking about Group A.
They're all in now. Here they come.
Alright, what do we got? Sandman with a bit better fuel save.
TJ better than the other two of them too. So despite those runoffs, he's done well to conserve there.
Alright, so Mo. He's not letting go of Superfly if he wants a bit of a revenge. Between the TJ and Superfly, he had to lose 2 positions too. He's got the run up the back straight. You're only supposed to move once in your defence. Oh, Mo runs really deep.
Mo's gone around the outside.
He's gone for the crisscross. It's not going to work. So these two will be in. They've run the longer stop now. They've got to run the number on the extra lap, or else I think the overrun doesn't actually come into effect. It might actually lose you some time. And as you can start to see, they're pushing hard. So Jimmy's car just looks like it's losing a little bit of grip compared to Mo. Will they stay out? Looks like Jimmy's staying out. Looks like Mo's staying out. They're going another lap. Jim Bob in 3rd. Jim Bob pulls in. Oh, that corner light. pit extra entry line.
It's going to be looked at for sure.
Shinobi comes in. Good fuel save from Shinobi. Ghost into third. So we got about 11 seconds. 11 and a half seconds up to Superfly. Looks like Sandman's. Oh, Chuck, sorry. He's caught right back up to the Ghost.
Yeah, so the outright lead here between these three is close right up.
And TJ got about... TJ's got about 1.1, 1.2 seconds up to Chuck.
I'd tell you what, if he keeps his cool here, as these two get ready to go punch for punch here in the last 5 minutes, he can catch up right up to him and potentially snag victory from these two here.
Well, it's one thing to catch up. It's another thing to try and save your car as well for the last couple of laps. And we're probably going to see 3 more laps. Ghost gets a good run out of corner capo there.
Here we go, the front two pit. Where will they come out?
Alright, keep an eye on Ghost. He's coming down the pit straight.
I've got the pit stoppers here. They're both just coming into pit tyres now, so they'll be passed.
Oh, they've lost some time, I'm telling you. Superfly comes out in 5th.
Meanwhile, TJ's shrunk that gap right down to half a second. Here he comes. He's got a good run out of there as they go down the back straight away.
Track's pretty lenient on the corner cut penalties here, so
Yeah,
you can use a lot of
Nascar,
curb.
They've really eased off on that one there. And you see him almost go into the grass there in the inside.
Chuck's trying everything to get past Ghosty. He knows TJ's caught up to him pretty quick. It can frustrate you though too.
TJ
Oh, that
might
looked
get a
like...
penalty there. Oh, Ghost.
With 2 laps remaining, you need to be precise as you can be. Do a quick run down the field while they've got a little bit of a gap. Hang on, wait. We'll wait till they get through the through
I'll keep it on the battle if you want.
through to Aria. Looks like TJ's really pushing. Anyway, let's do a quick rundown. Chuck in 2nd, Ghost in 1st, TJ in 3rd, Sandman in 4th. He's dropped off the back a little bit and he's got Superfly all over him. Superfly in 5th, Mo Jalen in 6th. 3 of them are running nose to tail. CP, Chase, he's into 7th. Stickers has made his way to 8th. Magnet to 9th. Jim Bob's dropped back to 10th.
TJ's got the run here. He's got the position on Chucky for 2nd. Here he comes again.
Well, he gets it done. Right, what can he do with a bit of pressure behind him? Just jump back a little bit. Where did we get to? 10th. VF in 12th. Shinobi in 13th and Grassy's in 14th. And I tell you what, Shinobi is all over the back of VF. Good line there from VF into the corner cabo. Makes some good time up there. Right, TJ just starting to put some pressure on Ghost here. We're probably going to get 2 more laps. You need a good run. You need a... Ghost is going to hold a defensive line for the next lap and a half at least. And this is where the slipstream just really kills you. You can try your hardest to keep out in front, but you can't do much when there's a car that's just faster than you right behind you.
Yep.
TJ goes to the outside, Ghost.
Crisscross. Going to go for the crisscross. He's just not quite there yet.
Ghost is pretty good under pressure. It's tight though. TJ's looking for every little bit he can.
Oh, easy now. Side by side, coming to the last corner. Oh, Chuck's right there still. He's still right there.
It looks like
You're gonna be
Final lap.
okay. You're gonna be okay, you two? You sure you're gonna be alright with this?
couldn't ask for any better commentators for 1 and 2.
Big dive from TJ.
Well, I tell you what, Ghost, he's really holding his line there. He's not letting up. Chuck is going to drive up. TJ's wide. Chuck might have this.
Oh,
They're fighting for it. I think TJ's got the better. Then again, Chuck's getting the toe off Ghost here. TJ goes really deep.
or is TJ going for the sand again? I think that might be it, but I could be wrong.
Oh, we still got a few corners to go. It's been a long race. I think we don't want anything to happen now. So we want cool, calm and collected for the last few corners. It's looking pretty good. He's going to let it go down to the finishing line. He's trying for the better run on the inside.
Ghost has gone wide.
Well, I think
TJ's going to win.
Chuck's going to get Ghost as well. What a finish. Ghost gets third. Superfly in fourth, who was coming home fast. Mo will take you out fifth. Sticker's got back to sixth. Sandman up into seventh. CP in just chasing to eighth. Jimmy made his way to ninth. Magnet in 10th. That's in 11th. VF in 12th. Well, what a finish. Probably not the way Ghost seen it going. But well done to TJ. You kept the pressure on right till the end. And Chuck as well. So with Ghost taking out the first round, he put everything into the second one, and they had everything for him as well. Well, it doesn't always go your way there, Superfly, but leave the comments out of the YouTube chat if you can. So what we're looking forward to now is there's round 3. So that's something to look forward to, because that was a pretty out there race. Everyone's on the money for times, and you can see that people are really pushing TJ, giving it everything he's got. And Chuck's always going to be fast. Ghost didn't expect out to much tonight because he's had no practice all week, but he's certainly come out and showed his speed. We'll do a bit of a recap. Let me just grab. So we have TJ taking out top spot. Chuck bringing home second. He's just got the run on Ghost, who came wide in the last corner there. Ghost come home in third. Superfly for fourth. Mo Jalen for fifth. Stickers for sixth. Seventh will be Sandman. Chase CP flat stick. He'll take home eighth. Jim Bob for ninth, which is not a bad race for a last minute call up. Magnet will take home 10th. Dadson in 11th. VF for 12th. Shinobi for 13th. And Grassy's for 14th. There was a few incidents and touchy-feely race that one, so the stewards might have a bit of a lot to look at this week. So, what are your thoughts on the race, Pete? How'd you see it end up?
Oh, exactly as I expected, mate. Right down to the line. Couple of questionable incidents, but we'll leave that till the end of the stream. But overall, good race. Maggie always delivers, and it definitely delivered tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Look, we were saying the slipstream plays a big part in this, and it just doesn't let you get away from the driver behind.
Yeah, exactly right. Especially like I said on the back straightaway. You think you've got the job done, but you know you got one big long straight and one big bank turn to defend with all your life. So it's not always run and done in these instances around here.
All right, as we make our way over to the M6 room, this is going to be another battle for the Titans. I think this one's going to be. Everyone's running on pace here at Maggiore, and I don't think the M6s are going to be any different once the race pace comes into it.
You can throw a blanket over them in here, guys, just so you know.
Yeah. Kind of expected that a little bit.
It's been some really close racing in the test starts. 3 and 4 wide over the finish line sort of deal, so as long as everyone can keep it pointing in the right direction and stay on the black stuff, it should be some epic 50 minutes of racing. Just waiting on a guy that's just rebooting the car real quick, and then we'll get straight into qualifying.
Righto, let's have a look at the M6 points. So, we've seen the first round. TX3 GTR, he won it by 15 seconds. Made him look, I wouldn't say bad, but he definitely had the speed at Szoka. So D-Flow did make that round. I said he didn't make the first round, so he came in second. Totally stuffed that one up. Morgan in third, bringing home some pretty good points there for Deeds. Speedy in fourth on 22 points, who's tied with Mountain Goat, who's made his way into Group A. DB007, we haven't really seen probably the best of him yet. I think he was getting used to the car at Szoka. I think tonight he's probably going to be different.
He did try that alternate strategy too at Szoka, remember, where he ran really long and stopped one time less than everybody else, and it did really work out for him. And then the tyres ran out on him, unfortunately, so hopefully we'll see him on a more like regular style strategy tonight.
Yeah. Justin the Atom has made his way up to 7th in Group A after his great run in Group B last week at Szoka, just leaving us all behind. Diego in 8th on 20 points. Scooter 82 is in 9th place on 18 points. Brocky has made his way up to 10th. We're going to see a pretty good outcome from Brocky tonight, I believe. Starting to get used to the car. Probably a track that he likes. He's on 17 points. He's got a ways to go to get up to the front, and it's going to be a hard battle for only a 6-season championship. But obviously he can do it. Ricky Bobby in 11th. Tied with Brocky on 17 points. DJ Brain in 12th. Captain Muffin, another one of the fast guys, and he is for Team 53 as well, I think. So we've seen Team 53 take out the M4 room. Can they do it again tonight in the M6? So he's in 13th on 16 points. And Old Wakey for Aussie Hampton, who's made his way to Group A, he's on 15 points on 14th spot. So it's going to be different.
Alright, let's get them qualifying. M6s are go. You guys thought the M4 race was brutal. You wait till these guys start bashing door handles. Let's make sure they all get out of the pits before I give the green flags, but we'll, obviously with the internet being the way it is in Australia. So far so good for the guys tonight, though the conditions have been pretty decent.
Alright. Get myself sorted too. The M6 Racing.
Alright, they're all out of the pits except for Morgan Davey, who likes to sit and have a cup of tea before he goes, so I think we're green.
I'm seeing Diego still in the pits.
you. He's on track for me. He's currently coming towards Nascar, leading the field. It might settle when he goes across the split.
I can't actually pick a car up yet.
Oh dear. I might pay for you to exit and come back in then and see if you can get it to work.
The time remaining hasn't even started for me, so I will jump back out.
Yeah. Everything's working well from my side at the moment, guys. So at the moment we've got Diego leading the field as he's sideways through corner capo. Beautiful bit of car control there for Diego. Ricky Bobby, one of the guys tonight that's been in really good pace in the Obsession Motorsport. Tamar Cars, new logo on the car tonight. Slight refresh on the livery. Mountain Goat, he's come out swinging hard tonight for Revolution Race Gear. He's been one of the guys that's been in the low 19s all night already, so he's definitely got some pace. Old Wakey looking to back himself up again after a strong round one for Aussie Hampton. Scotty G there, the perennial runner in Group A, just seems to always be punching himself around in Group A. Definitely looking for a decent result tonight. Speedy Tides, one of the guys last round that was really strong, showing some great pace in the M6.
Just making our way back in now.
Beautiful. TX3 GDR had a couple of issues with the car as the just before qualifying started, so we're hoping he's got that thing under control now for Auto 1 Ragged Edge Racing. Atom for Green Beacon Red Mist Racing here, looking really strong tonight after a dominating performance in round one for Group B. It's up here with the big boys now.
Righto, we're in.
Beautiful.
Who you up to?
Atom P8.
Adam P8. Captain Muffin in ninth.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Catches
Adam.
some grass there, Muffin.
Captain Muffin's been fast. I've been watching him during the week
Yep.
in
He's
qualifying.
He's been in the top 2, 3, 4 so far tonight. It's the first time score. Ricky Bobby breaks the beat with a 19.9 first lap. That's fast. That's very fast.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
TX3.
19.1. They definitely plugged the alternator back into that thing. That's a ridiculous time.
That's crazy.
Where's the Cyborg?
Cyborg. Where we at? Where's Cyborg at?
He's just coming through the final turn now. Well, on exit there, we've gathered it up alright. It's going to be a quick time, be mid-19 I think. Yeah, so he does 19.6 go to P2.
This is what we started to see from TX3 last week as well. He come out with probably a half a second lead on second. Speedy ties into third. I've seen Speedy this week in practice. He's been super quick as well. Scooter one probably looking for that really good outcome for the Group A. He's had a few mares, not so much mares, but not probably up as far as he wanted to be.
Yeah. Good looking car that too, though. Team backers, Jensen Racing Cup.
Ricky Bobby just slowly moving his way down the field. He's into fifth. Mountain Goat into sixth. Expect to see Mountain Goat probably jump a number or two here. Into fourth.
Up to seventh. Mountain Goat here, fourth position Mountain Goat.
Speedy, just using 3 litres more fuel than TX3. You wonder how they can use 3 litres in one lap just about.
Hello, this is M6. I'm glad you mentioned. Okay.
Diego down in 7th. DB007 in 9th. Needs to get the whip cracking.
See, you say that though, but that lap in 9th is a 20.1.
Yeah, still quick.
It's not a slow lap.
So what we're pretty much seeing here is there's 1 second separating the top 10.
Morgan Davey goes to 5th with a 19.94 in the Deeds Racing car. New scheme on that again tonight too. So you see a lot of the cars tonight are carrying pink decals. Sector 1's jumped on board the hashtag No Social Hate as pioneered by Chaz Mostert. And we get amongst it. So it's against bullying online, as I'm led to believe. So in social media mostly too, but a lot of stuff in the comments, people think that they can say what they like, and there's no way it affects anybody. But in these day and age, it does affect people. So you know, just be more mindful of that. I think that's what they're trying to tell us.
which you will see down the bottom of the screen on the stream. Hashtag no
Yep.
social hate.
That'll stick around for the season or two, I do believe, too, down the bottom there. So a lot of the cars have got a decal on them or a bit of pink somewhere on them. So get behind it, guys.
Just seeing TX3 start his outlap. Sorry, just finished his outlap, starting his fast one. So he's got a bit of a tow here from what looks to be DB007 or
It's
Speedy.
speedy, good toe to have. So, in pre-qualifying, I have seen Sabo run into the 18s tonight already. So, obviously TX3 GTR's made a point to prove with a 19.1 opening lap. So it shows these guys can in fact get into the 18s for sure. This is how low can they go.
It's one thing to drive the car fast, it's also one thing to be in a tow and drive the car fast because it handles different.
It does. Makes it a jet in a straight line, but then you get to the corner and it's got no grip in the front, so then you can't turn in.
We're just seeing coming through the corner capo and down through Corsa. Has he got anything to change the front number? Speedy's keeping a good consistent gap in front of him though, so we could see Speedy jump up here.
I'm just sticking with Speedy at the moment. As he comes up to the line, 16, 17, 18 is really close. 19.6 goes faster again for his lap. 19.9, sorry. TX3 he didn't go far, he did 19.4. Cyborg coming down the hill towards Nascar at the moment. He's offline, so he's having a bit of a break between laps.
Scooter up to 5th.
Great job.
Morgan knocked back to 6th. Ricky down to 7th now. CaptainMuffin's in. So I just seen out of the back of the eye there, Adam looked like he was chewing a bit of fuel up.
Yeah,
In
Adam's been
14th.
working on the fuel in the red Miss car. Just gone fast now though, goes to 3rd. That's it. 19.677.
He's definitely showing his worth in Group A already.
Yeah, he's got a point to prove tonight. He showed Group B hills last week, but now it's up with the big boys, the fastest ones in the category.
It's also
Definitely got a point to prove.
it's also hard to run a fast lap in qualifying because you're under a bit of pressure.
Absolutely.
Alright, let's see where Brocky is. Looks like TX3's coming in. Brocky's just coming down the back straight. Probably a little bit off. I think it's Diego there that would probably give him the tow he wants. DB007
second.
up to 2nd. Major good lap.
Here we go. It's a 19.6 flat for him. So now we've got the usual suspects at the top. So TX3 and Presidio have just come out of the pits with Mountain Goat and tow as well. So they're going out for another outlap. At the moment, you've got TX3 GDR, DB007, Cyborgs is 3rd, Adam is 4th, Speedy Tires is 5th, Mountain Goat 6th. So this is the cream of the crop right now. And we've got people like Morgan, Davey, Ricky, Bobby, CaptainMuffin and that down towards the bottom of the field at the moment. But expect there to be some happy hours going to be excellent. We've got
Watch this
5
lap.
minutes 45 to go.
Morgan goes to
3rd.
wow, 3rd.
Look at the difference in speed. Look at the splits.
Yeah.
It's 0.024 from 2nd to 3rd, and then 0.009 to back to 5th. Wow. Cyborg on his best sector as well. There could be another improvement here. Across the line, 2nd position. 19.424 there for the Cyborg.
I'm just looking at Adam again. He's in 5th. He's got using that fuel up real good. He's got 40 litres left. 5 minutes. He's going to have under a quarter of a tank to run his fast lap.
Yeah, he's noticeably lighter than everybody else actually, so he's going to have some very fast car under him towards the end of this qualifying session. Yeah, that's exactly right too, Karen. Adam was definitely one of the guys here that had that epic race in the Ferraris with Karen and the Mountain Goat, who's currently 7th in this race. So these guys are definitely quick around here.
So we know Mountain Goat's no slouch, and sitting in 7th, this just shows you every one of these guys can run a fast lap.
Oh, yeah, I'll get onto that one too for you there, Womble. So Adam's got a tribute on the rear wing for the passing of Sven Schmidt. Last
devastating
week,
loss to the
early in the
baseball
week.
community.
Absolutely. So yeah, definitely carrying that nice little can't really see it from some of these camera angles, but it's on there. It's a really, really nice blue sky sort of decal across the top there. Awesome to see the guys getting behind that sort of thing.
Brocky pulls into the pits. This is going to be the last stop. DB007. I'm just going to go with DB. The 007's taken too long. Ricky up to 6th. We've seen...
He's doing a bit of a toe work here at the moment. He's carrying everybody else around with him. He's slow, but the guys behind him are going faster.
We've seen CaptainMuffin move up to 8th too. Right, TX3 starts his fast lap. Speedy tyres with a 19.6.
Moves again. That's 5th.
Still 5th.
split to Davey, 0.006. Oh, hang on, who was that? Scooter. Just bumps the list there to 7th position. Half a second off pole, and he's in 7th place.
I think we're going to see a pretty good lap from Brocky this one, because he's not leaving himself much time to do another one. Oh, it's a bit of an off there. I see Adam, and I'm not sure who that is around him.
I know, it's just looked at TX3. He's off the pace again this lap. He's 0.6 of a second down on his fastest, so he's going to have to try and get around again. Got time though. Slow car ahead here for Speedy. Looks like it's old Wakey getting out of the way. Oh, 3 wide. No, they're all back into the lap.
He's probably got just enough time to pit for one more. Ricky Bobby, a 19.6. Moves himself to 7th.
Another nice improvement there from Ricky Bobby. He's 0.4 of a second off pole position. He's 7th. He's 7th.
7th, yeah. Look at Adam. Adam down to quarter of a tank.
Yep. He's rushing in now to put his last set of boots on. He's going to try and roll the dice here for one lap. This is brave from these guys. They're putting all their eggs in one basket. Speedy Tyres doing the same. TX3 is doing the same. DB's doing the same. Cyborg's the only one still out and about.
Let's keep an eye on Adam here. DJ Brain with a 20.3.
It's 13th position. So shout out there for DJ. That's a great lap. 20.3. It's a really, really fast lap in this car, and he's 13th position on the road. That's disheartening, but you know,
it's disheartening.
This is Group A.
It's disheartening when you see on your out lap that by the end of qualifying they're still 1.1 seconds in front, but it's not over yet. You got to expect that from these guys up the front.
Absolutely. We've got a pretty deeply stacked field these days in Group A, so definitely these guys here, you chuck any of these guys back into Group B and they're right at the pointy end. So it's probably an achievement in its own right just to be in the grid at the moment. Oh, messy at Nascar there. Oh, they were 4 wide trying to get through Nascar. I think that was... Oh, I don't know who that was down there. So Diego set a lap now, Cyborg. Oh, he's gone too slow that lap as well.
I think TX3's in the middle of that. Diego, 19.7.
This is messy. Davey to the top with 19.18. Knocks off TX3, who was caught in that swamp there in the middle. He's lucky he's on an outlap.
Righto. Brocky down in 3rd. What's his split look like? He's up. It's purple into NASCAR. Let's quickly jump back to TX3. He's just starting his fast lap.
Davey's done. He's rolled out of it for the slap guys, by the looks of it. Out of NASCAR now. He looks like he's over done with. Got the Cyborg now charging towards corner capo.
Oh, he's still up.
0.091 up. He's got traffic in front of him. Who's that? Looks like a black car to me. Might be one of the.
It's one of the backers.
Car. It's Diego.
Oh, Brocky hits the grass. Did it hurt him at all?
Can we get away with this? I think it's very tight there for the line here. Can he get there? Diego's wide on the exit. Cyborg's going really wide as well, but he gets it under control. Is it going to be really tight at the line? 18, 19, doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it. Morgan Davies stays pole.
He's holding on. What's TX3 doing? He's going towards, got to go. There's a split 2.
Oh, he's hit the wall.
He's hit the wall.
He's pulled out, and he was point.
He was up too.
Oh no.
He was up too by quite a bit. DB007's next one in line. He's just exited corner capo. I don't know what the split for him's like.
I haven't seen the split, but he looks like he's on the money. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. 19.7. Tell you what, you hit that Brit. Oh, he might be a little under. You hit that.
Corsair. It's close. It's very close. He gets there.
0.3, nothing in it. 0.03.
0.03. What a split for
Mountain
the line.
Goat up to
Mountain Goat
fifth.
improves to fifth at the end.
So where did Adam end up? 7th. All that fuel usage didn't really get him anywhere.
CaptainMuffin comes in 11th in the end. Wow. Well, here we go, guys.
This is
that was the appetizer. Now we go for the main course.
So Morgan definitely putting on a show.
Yeah, he's been quick, old Morgan. One of the you wouldn't exactly call him understated drivers of Sector 1, but he's definitely been fairly quiet lately. Front row start here for Deeds. Deeds versus
Cornerstone?
Counterpunch. Cornerstone. One of them two. It's Counterpunch. Cornerstone is the Cyborgs team.
Green light. Oh, I think we've got a bit of a good start there from Brocky.
GB got a flyer off front row too. And they're all away. Scotty G fell asleep with the line, or must have jumped the start because he's dropped off the back by 4 seconds.
Oh, Brocky up the inside of TX3. There's 3 wide.
Oh,
they're
Mountain
wide.
Goat got shuffled off. Mountain Goat got shuffled away. Can he get it under control? He's just tucked it in. Good recovery there from Mountain Goat. Look at how wide they are through the back of the circuit here.
That's a tight pack.
I'm trying to go through wide through area. These guys are crazy.
Oh, Davey just getting the slipstream. TX3 looking for the inside run up with Brocky. 3 wide up towards. Can't think of the name. Curver.
Curver Alpha. That's the 1-2 through
Tell you
Curver
what.
Alpha. Cyborg. Oh, TX3 jumped a lot of curb in the background there.
Adam right behind him. It's playing it. It's such a big train, even though we're only 1 lap in. They're not spreading at all yet.
Yeah, the biggest gap from the front pack is between second and third, which is 1.3 seconds now between Davey and Brocky.
DB out the front. Now, this is a good turnaround from his first round.
Great start from DB it was. He just got that thing hooked and just left him for dead.
Morgan not letting him go though, but it looks like Brocky just falling off the pace. Is this the strategy coming into play, running to your numbers straight up?
Tell you what, it's not a bad start for the CP. We've got Cornerstone lead, Counterpunch leading the way. Cornerstone third, Counterpunch fourth at the moment. As Ricky Bobby goes down the inside towards the Nascar there, it looks like that's on Diego. Gets it done. It's another one up for the Obsession driver. Let's head down, guys. You've got to get after that front pack. You're starting to drop off a little bit. Oh, it's starting to get wheeling here. TX3 and Speedy are touching panels as well.
Just following.
TX3 tries the inside here at corner capo.
I think TX3 might get the inside run.
Nice positioning there.
It's what we were seeing. What we were seeing in the M4 as well. They don't want to yield an inch. Not that they need to.
These guys are about 2 foot wider as well, so
Yeah.
there's not much track for these guys. There's massive fenders on them, so the cars actually got that wide footprint.
So what he wanted, TX3 doesn't want to let Brocky go either, because Brocky get into a rhythm and you won't catch him.
Oh, Speedy's off through turn 1. He's just going to shuffle Adam wide there, but that's backed them up to Ricky Bobby now, so it's giving him a little bit of a free kick to catch the front pack as he brings the train with him.
It's pretty much the rest of the field, that train. A couple of gaps at the end, that's about it. Mountain Goat down in 9th. Maybe fuming with that second corner shunt wide.
Yeah, he was on the outside of the 3 wide episode through there. It's not going to happen for him, especially 3 cars this size through there. It's not going to happen.
Oh, there's a bit of a bump there from Scooter. Scooter redresses. CaptainMuffin takes advantage.
It's always great when you're in that position that CaptainMuffin out there, where there's a couple of guys in front of you get together and one of them has to redress, then you pass them both.
I'm normally that person.
Having the issue or doing the passing?
Having the issue. Scotty G in 14th. This is somewhere we probably didn't expect to see Scotty. He was really enjoying this track, so maybe he's had a bit of a
I think he jumped the start because he was 4 seconds off the back by the end of the first turn, so he had a mare at the start, but he's caught right up. So he's actually shown quite a bit of pace in his first couple of laps, as he's 1.2 seconds off the back of the field now and closing in, so he'll be in this battle shortly.
Oh, TX just staying at the back of the first pack there. TX3's right on the back of Brocky now. So that slipstream down the back.
They've got to get the head down there, so just stick together, don't fight for it, and just tuck in together and get after the front two. Because if they start battling, they're not going to be able to win the race. You've got to stay in contention of this front two. Davy's in good position here at moment, P2. He's actually starting to get a noticeable fuel save on the guys around him, just tucked into that slipstream.
So it's probably around lap 5 and 6 you're going to start to see the turn of the tyre on the M6 from what I've been finding. You'll probably start to see him become a little bit more twitchy. But all in all, they're still pretty decent to drive, even on the edge.
Yeah, we spoiled him a bit this season after driving that Ferrari, which was like one lap then kill you. So for his personality, the Ferrari, it was a pleasure to drive on a decent time. But then after it cooked the rears, it was just death.
I'll tell you what though, a 19.6 race lap from Davies is super quick.
That said though, I'm just looking down the field at the moment, so it's 19.8 from DB, 19.6 there from Morgan, 19.9 from Cyborg, 19.7 for TX3, 19.9 from Adam. The first of the 20s is speedy tyres out of P6.
Yeah, so that's showing you why they're in Group A.
It's big, that's from Karen in the chat too, so it's a whole new world for Muffin at the moment. So partly P12, Group A, M6, come up out of the feeder championship last year, out of M3s, where he was up at Brocky and won the championship, as denoted by that white window banner on the car. So yeah, he's just finding his feet in the main category now. Not saying he's not a quick driver or anything, he's just P12.
TX3's got around Brocky.
Oh.
We missed that, see if I can grab it. Nah, we missed it, but he's got him down the back straight by a little bit.
I reckon that was a run into Nascar, to be honest. These cars get a really big aero push coming down the hill there towards Nascar.
So Brocky will want to just jump on the back and fuel save as well. I tell you what, I haven't been able to get a hold of the replays tonight. Looks like Morgan's got around DB as well, and I reckon I'm going to get this one.
That happened in turn 1, I'm pretty
And
sure.
I missed that as well. It's happened before turn 1, that's happened down on Corsa.
Sean got it, thanks Sean. Nice move, he said. Interesting now, what can Davey do from the front with DB tucked right in under that back wing? As he has a look to Nascar, no, he brakes early, DB, so he didn't want to make that move then.
Right on his bumper.
It's hard to drive when you're that close to someone in front of you too. You can't see very well.
Especially if you're using the bumper cam.
Which I used to do.
We're also seeing
So you'll probably...
Brocky all over TX3 again as well. Adam's
salivating at the thought of these two catching up.
Yeah. Adam's still holding on to 5th, so he's definitely having a good drive.
Speedy's there as well, and then you've got Ricky, Bobby and Diego, so the pack's not that far away, so the biggest gap now is between between Mountain Goat and Scooter, which is 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, so the fields are starting to split a little bit towards the back, but the front pack from 9th and up is still very much a close pack. Oh, Morgan sideways there on the exit of Aria.
Once you get out in front, you kind of just want to really push to break that gap, and it could just hurt the car. You know DB's not going to leave you alone.
Morgan saves some fuel. These guys have really got around the fuel save lately. Obviously they were the running joke of Sector 1 the last couple of seasons with the cars running out of fuel so often, but Morgan's actually in really good shape for fuel usage at the moment. out of the front 10 or so, the one in the most trouble's DB. Go figure. So DB punching his way through the air.
Still trying to get his head around the M6 maybe. Just
Well, he was leading the way for the first 6 or so laps too, though. So he was punching a hole through the air for everybody else. Oh, there's a bit of a gap there formed between Cyborg and TX3. There might have been an issue there for the Cyborg. He's dropped off nearly a second. Speedy Tyres has jumped at him as well. As we go back through the field a little bit.
still a great run from Adam. I mean, to come straight up into Group A.
Oh, TX3's lost it. He's gone. He lost it on the exit of 1. So Cyborg's at the inside there through Aria. Hold on to it, boys. Nice little exchange there on the run through Aria.
I've got this replay. I've got it. Comes into turn 1. Just a little bit too throttle happy on exit there, and he's just slid out, gave him the inside to Brocky. Although he's got the inside run here on Brocky again down the back into Nascar.
Nice move.
I think I've seen Diego on to Adam there, or Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
On the mountain goat.
DB's still tucked in behind Morgan as well. He's not really making that move.
Oh, they're both into the fence. TX3 and Brocky are pushing it hard.
They're pushing now, aren't they? Because they've just dropped to 3 seconds off the lead pair too now, so they're starting to realise now that they need to make a move, otherwise they're in trouble.
And Speedy Tyres is catching.
And that's not someone you want on your back mark. He's bringing Adam with him as well. I was noticed that Morgan's been doing some awfully defensive travelling the last couple of hours, just sitting the car in the middle of the track, really forcing DB to sit behind him. But it's working for him. 3.3 seconds clear now, these two.
This is where I was saying the car starts to get a little bit slippery. As you can see, they're handling it all right though.
Ghost put the mocker on TX3 there. He started talking him up just as he said it.
Next minute.
Down the hill, looks like Brocky's having another run down the inside on the run to Nascar. So again, they changed positions, these two. In behind him is Speedy Tyres and Adam also fighting in position.
Yeah,
This is going to be a rowdy pack in a minute.
They're definitely not helping themselves.
No, they're bringing themselves back to this pack behind them. 3.6 seconds is the gap to second now. Let's look at Speedy. He's on the move now. He's got the taste now. He wants to get in there. And Adam is going to be ready to pounce as well. Adam's car's looking really good actually out of 6th at the moment too. Tyres are good, fuel usage is decent. He's in good shape.
I tell you what, he bluffed the field in Group B, so he certainly got a hold of the BMW.
Oh, for sure.
Ricky Bobby down in 7th.
I think he'd be relatively happy with 7th at the moment, to be perfectly honest.
Bit of a quiet achiever there.
He just needs to get on the back of that. Oh, first guy in the pit says the mountain goat, so he's gone in on lap 9. That's an early stop. He's taking fuel as well.
So Captain Muffin down in 12th. Maybe starting to realise the difference in the pack speeds, maybe, or he's had a bit of an incident. Scotty G up to 13th. So them two are battling it out pretty good.
He's there with
DJ Brain.
A bit of a battle down the hill here. See if he tries to move out, or he's just going to tuck in and sit there for a little while. It looks like he's just going to tuck in and sit. Oh, TX3's gone! TX3's lost it! Out of Nascar! He's back to 8th. Front end damage too, so the front right tyre is just absolutely hammered. Front splitter damage.
I don't think we'll get that at all.
That's not gone well at all.
He's hit the fence on the inside.
He's wide out there too. That tyre scrub is bad on the outside. Front right. Oh, that's hurt him. He's got to dive in the pits now. Surely he'll dive in. Get in now.
He's moved his way down to 9th.
Those tyres will be hexagonal by now. He needs to get in the pits. He's going for the pits. Yeah, look. Straight in. That's smart. Get yourself out of the pack. Couple of clean laps and some fresh air and you'll get yourself back there in clean air.
It looks like Davey's just pulling a bit of a gap out on DB.
Yeah, he's just starting to drift away a little bit, Dave. He's in decent commanding position at the moment, and he's got fuel on DB as well, so he's actually in decent shape here. Cyborg's got fuel on DB as well, and there's a little battle behind him here. So Speedy Tyres versus Adam. They're going at it again, down the hill. Adam's going to move to the inside for Nascar, is he? No, he's not. He's going to sit behind.
Brocky pulling a little bit of a gap on Speedy. They were pretty close the last few laps.
A lot of these guys, you can see them coming down the hill now. They know there's no merit in trying to make a move into NASCAR every lap, after lap, after lap. All they're doing is swapping positions for no reason. So a lot of the guys now are just tucking in, looking after the tyres a bit too, because it's a big dive down the inside. It's a late break, and you're on the inside line too, so you slow yourself up.
I'll tell you what, Adam's given Speedy every little bit of the hurry up he can now.
They're just almost there with Cyborg too. They're almost on him.
Oh, he moves to the inside.
Nice exit from. That was a nice exit there from Corsa.
Brakes early.
Tucks himself back in there again too. He's just showing that car's got pace though, like you could just see it.
Just letting him know that he can make a move when he wants to.
Speedy with the big slide. That green beacon car looks really composed at the moment. Very smooth, very balanced. Looking at tyre wear at the moment. Tyres are all wearing evenly. They're much better than Speedy tyres in front of him. He's going down the inside now.
Gets the run down the inside into NASCAR.
Nicely late break too. Adams.
Tell you what,
control the car there.
you're not even hearing any tyre squeal from Adam yet.
No. Speedy needs to get in though. His tyres are cooked. He's started to slide down at NASCAR as well, so he's going to have to pull the trigger in a minute and go in.
Oh, Speedy into the fence.
He goes.
That's the following too closely. You can't see where you need to be pointing.
Listen to those two, the Cyborgs just really cooked. He's cooked. It's weird. The Cyborgs cooked the lefts really, really bad compared to everybody else. A lot of the cars are very even with their tyre wear. The Cyborgs' left side tyres are really damaged.
Cyborg's
He
in.
goes in the pits now. Adam stays out as well, so he's going to go after Davey.
Probably lucky he
Looks like
stayed
TB
out.
7 went in too. Look at TB's fuel usage. Ouch.
Ooh. Diego with a
Interesting
good
to
fuel
see
save.
where TX3 GDR goes from here. He's just about to enter Corsa now. He's coming onto the straight. So how many of these guys can he pick off through the pits? He was 8th going in, I'm fairly certain.
See where he comes out.
He did a 19.6 there. He's going to go around DB. Nice move around DB there, stuck it around the outside, just stuck with it. So he's actually cleared DB, who was running second on the road.
Oh, DB just sideways nearly onto the grass.
Ah, interesting. DB took a full tank of fuel, guys. That's why he's so far back. So did Cyborg. So did Speedy, just about.
So
And
who's
TX3 took half a tank.
it's going to
So
play
we'll see
into
different fuel. Yeah.
it's going to play into the long range tanks here, I think.
Different fuel usage here from a couple of guys. So you've got Mountain Goat TX3 in the short fuel, and everybody else in the long fuel so far.
Well, it's gained TX3 a lot of positions because he had the off, but he's come to the next pit stop. He's going to lose a bit, trying to put more fuel in. Adam with a big fuel save again.
Nice work from Adam there.
Ricky Bobby goes to the front. Has Ricky Bobby pitted yet?
No, he has not.
So he's running.
He's staying out real long.
Yeah.
Mountain Goat's going to roll past. He's one of the light field guys, so it's going to be close here between TX3 and Morgan Davey. No, TX3's going to go through. Where's Morgan in
Morgan's
relation?
come
no,
out
he
in
got
front of TX3.
Morgan cleared him. Yeah, so he's behind Mountain Goat, but in front of TX3 GDR. So these guys in the short field, trying to make hay when they can. I got a request from the chat there for you too, Troy, just to do a rear shot from Adam's car to show off the rear wing for us, for the tribute for Sabine on the back of the rear wing for us, if you don't mind.
He's got no one behind it. Oh, you can't quite see it real well, but it's there. Who has he got behind him? Diego. Diego's off the pace a little bit maybe tonight.
I don't know though, he's like the top 10. He's actually in front of his teammate, which is a good start as well too, so...
You've got to be happy with that.
You're probably looking at the back of him, you'd probably call Scooter the lead driver. Scooter the lead driver there, wouldn't you? So for Diego to be a good 5 seconds on the road, he's punching above his weight at the moment.
Well, I don't think I'll ever get in front of my teammate, so he should make hay while it lasts.
Alright, so Ricky Bobby taking his fuel now. I expect him to go near full, I reckon, as he drifts down the field.
So Mountain Goat stays out again. He's got.
Well, he's already pitted
That's right.
first.
Yeah, he went short field.
He did. So he and TX3 are both in the short field. Who's actually now TX3's now been passed by DB007. And then the Cyborg has just drifted a little bit back from those guys with Speedy as well. So the pack's just starting to fan out a little bit towards the front now, as the guys all start to get settled.
Starting to see towards the midway the pressure sets in, and you've got to keep doing these consistent laps to stay up the front. So it's just starting to get to a couple of them.
Tell you what, Morgan's in great shape here, guys. He's a little bit light on fuel compared to DB's. He goes down the inside. Mountain Goat makes that easy on the run into corner capo. That's through turn 9 through turn 10 now. And this is Labrisco. Labrisco, whatever that is. Sharp Sean. Corsa, I know Corsa. This is Corsa. So Morgan's definitely putting his stamp on the race at the moment. So effectively he is 2.7 seconds clear of DB, who's running third at the moment. He's technically the one he's racing. TX3 is a little bit out of sync in fourth position, obviously with that lightish fuel load. So he'll be keen to sort of sit behind DB now and save for a while.
I think that'd be a good plan.
Yeah, just limit the damage that next stop's going to cause.
And behind TX3 we've got Brocky, he's on a good fuel strategy as well. He's gone the big pit, big fuel stop.
Yeah, he's effectively probably third on the road at the moment when you take out the short stop guys.
Speedy in sixth. Adam's still in seventh. He's dropped back a bit there.
Yeah, they're there or thereabouts, these guys. They really would prefer to be packed up again, but obviously the nature of the way this race runs out, they tend to split a little bit as the race goes on. So we're 28 minutes to go, so a fair bit of racing still to go.
Yeah.
A little battle here between 12th and 13th at the moment. So Ricky Bobby on the fresh rubber versus CaptainMuffin, who's tucked right in under the back bumper. So looking at Ricky Bobby, he pitted late and he fitted full as well, so he has a full load of fuel on the Obsession car. So I don't think that position on the road is probably going to tell us where he's going to finish.
Well, CaptainMuffin been super quick all week in practice, and it just goes to show your race cannot go to plan.
Yeah, well that's it too, isn't it? You get sort of shuffled down the pack a little bit at the start and end up towards the back, and because these guys are all fast and they're all very close together in pace, like he's doing low 20s at the moment, race laps, which are really quick laps.
Yeah.
And it's P13 at the moment, but anything can happen yet though. Like we've seen quite a few cars go backwards down the field towards the end of the race where you try a little bit too hard or you make a mistake and you end up with a big spin in the sand or something like that.
So Mountain Goat's still in second. He's on the short pit stop.
He's on the light too now.
He's on the light, so he'll probably be in, which means TX3 is probably on the light.
No, TX3's got just under a quarter of a tank still, so Mountain Goat pitted early though. He pitted way earlier than everyone else. He went on lap 9.
That's right. He was having a bit of drama in the race. I think he got out of the pack.
Oh, penalty there for him as well as he's about to enter the pits. That's going to hurt. Oh no, good boy. He's going to burn the penalty instead.
Well, we all know that the Mountain Goat knows that pit wall entry really good.
Tell you what, that was a great penalty bird from Mountain Goat. I don't know if you caught that on the stream, but he went across and he burnt it. And then we actually waited for the two guys to slip past before he tried to get back to the race line instead of trying to dive down the inside. So just tucked himself back in, and was more of a gentlemanly thing to do with that situation, I think.
Morgan just keeps pulling time on DB, so he has definitely been doing some practice at Maggiore.
Yeah, he has the race by the throat at the moment. He's just hanging on.
The car looks smooth. Doesn't look like he's pulling in too tight or using too much curb. He's just placing it where it needs to be.
And just looking at the car's wear rates too, all 4 tyres are wearing evenly and they're not wearing that badly at all. So he's doing everything right at the moment as we try everything we possibly can to put the mocker on him by how much we're talking him up. But he's definitely in the box there at the moment to really finish very strong tonight.
And do we see TX3 pit this lap or stay out another?
Well, he's got plenty of fuel on board. He can stay out for a bit longer if he wants. I'd be sticking out as long as I can behind DB because he's staying there with him. So,
well, if he can hold off for another lap or two, he might make it to the end on the next fuel stop. A bit of fuel save. Brocky's just staying in 4th there. He's not really pushing too hard.
I've been watching him at the moment. I think he's running to a number at the moment. He's doing low 20s. And car's looking decent. Fuel usage is about half a tank at the moment, so he can still go another 10 minutes on that fuel. And then
we
probably half fill the car and go to the end.
We were just talking about CaptainMuffin in 13th, and he was running low 20s, so this is all the way up in 4th, so they're running the same speed.
Yeah. We'll put in perspective, CaptainMuffin's last lap was a little bit slow. He did a 20.9. So Mountain Goat's come out last, and he's got almost a full tank on board, so he might be running for the end for there.
He's got almost a fuel tank.
Almost a fuel tank, exactly.
Scotty G.
Just a 3.7 seconds lead now too. How's Scotty G doing there?
Scotty G's down in 14th, I think. No, he's not.
Yeah, 13th position, quiet race for him so far. I don't know what happened to him off the start. I'd love to be in that trailer at the end of the race to see what happened there, because he either jumped the start or he just fell asleep. Or...
I think there might be a few trailers that could have a few words this afternoon.
Well, it's definitely not been as much of a bashing roll. TX3's wasn't been such a bash fest as the M4s were.
It'll be interesting to see how much fuel he puts in.
Half a tank, I reckon. Just over half a tank, so he's going to stop again definitely. Oh, he comes out there with Scotty G. Scotty's not going to let him have it. Runs him out wide through turn 1. Scotty's well aware that TX3 is actually racing his teammate up the front of the field at the moment, so he's not going to make it easy for him, and he doesn't have to let him pass either. He's on a lap down, so he's well within his rights here to cover his line and make it hard for TX3. But I think the grip advantage on the rugged edge car is probably going to make this up pretty quickly now into Nascar. He'll bring it back much later, down the inside, gets it done.
Easily. The extra grip really helps. About to say doesn't help them, but it does. Right, so he's got to put his head down and just consistent fast laps, because he's obviously going to have to stop again with a half tank. You never know. It could become an advantage towards the end of the race.
Yeah, fresh tyres at the end, light fuel, car will be quick. Just a bit of a shout out here at the moment to 8th, 9th, 10th. So Ricky Bobby, DJ Brain and old Wakey here, having a good old battle still. These guys here are almost just under half an hour into the race now, or 21 laps deep, and they're still battling for position. So,
and only 20 seconds off the leader, 22 seconds. So that's a good outcome.
Yeah. Oh, DJ. It all comes down to knowing what you're racing for in the race, too. So it's all people are obviously all in the same group here, but you know, a lot of these drivers are well aware of what their actual position in the race will be and what position they'll be racing for. These guys here are under no illusions they're going to be leading the race. You know, they're well aware of their pace after a couple of seasons racing in this group, so they know where they're at, and they know where they're at against the guys that are obviously always towards the front. So you go and talk to these guys after the race, and they'll be happy with 9th, 10th in Group A, top of the tree grid. So,
well, 9th and 10th would more than likely keep you in Group A, so it's not a bad spot to be in.
No, exactly, and that's the thing. it's sort of the hardest thing to understand when you're watching. You know, you've got 14 cars, if a guy finishes 10th and still happy with his day, and how's he happy with that? But you know, these guys are well aware that 10th position for Al Wakey's a really good run so far. And he's in a decent shot. Like, let's not make a mistake here. He's still a decent shot for getting 7th here if he keeps up the pace, because Scooter's not that far down the road. There's probably another 5 seconds up to Diego from there, so 7th is a decent place to aim for at the moment for those guys there.
Well, I think old Wakey during the week, he kind of wasn't really feeling he had the pace, but I mean, he's sitting in 10th, so he's with everyone else, so he can't be too far off it. Just seeing TX3 and CaptainMuffin coming into the background.
Yeah, TX3 is making the most of those fresh tyres at the moment with a 1:19.639, fastest up of the race. It's an extra point.
He's got around Scotty G pretty quick. He's got his eyes set on CaptainMuffin. I'm looking at the wrong person.
Oh wow, just checking out the front end at the moment, you guys. 5.3 seconds is the lead for Morgan now. He is just rolling away from these guys at the moment. And it's... Oh, your DB's slowing up. He's doing 21s at the moment. Cyborg just did a 21.2.
DB's sliding into the hairpin. Although it looks like Brocky's made a bit of time up on DB.
He's bringing Speedy with him as well. So these guys here, the 3 CP cars are all tucked together again. Of course they are. With Adam not that far behind, but Adam just out of P5 at the moment has a really big field advantage on the guys in front of him too. He's one of the guys that filled late and filled full. So he'll make up some time through the pits. I expect him to be in that front pack towards the end of the race.
Well, when you see the CP truck and trailer come into the pits, it's not actually got any cars in it. It's all the drivers' wages.
And the merchandise.
And the merchandise.
And they got the truck for the helicopters. Because obviously they don't stay on the track like the rest of us. They all fly off to the capital city where everyone's closest.
Private jets to the airport.
Yeah. Maybe off into Monaco. For the evening. The rest of us stay in Italy. They go to Monaco for the night and come back.
But it doesn't matter how much you get paid, because the bloke up the front drinking the craft beers is teaching them a lesson.
Yeah, Deeds like, mate, Morgan's a big fan of the Deeds craft beers too.
Oh,
Juice Train's his favourite as far as I'm aware.
Just starting to get a little bit taily out of the exits. Is he maybe showing off a little bit?
Nah, this will be his last lap on this stint, I think, because the fuel light is on.
Well, I'll tell you what, that
actually is looking really good again too, though.
That could put it into a little bit of a situation come the end of the race. 18 minutes is a long time to go on a tank of fuel.
Yeah, well, to put in perspective, he's on the light now, and then you got DB007. It looks like he's just a smidgen above the 1/8 of a tank. Brocky's on an 1/8 of a tank, and Speedy Dives has just touched the fuel right now.
And
Adam is on a 1/4 of a tank.
So Adam's looking in a pretty good spot.
Aaron, can we introduce the Cess1 salary cap for next season? Why are you afraid that someone's going to offer Morgan money and get him out of your team?
CP won't break up their bunch.
Davy's in 6.1 seconds clear, Davey, at the moment. He is well in control of this race. As DB7 goes round on the fuel light. So these three are going to go again.
DB's going to have to... Morgan's going to have to fill.
I'm just seeing what he does now, whether he full fills or whether he puts half a tank in and just goes for broke. It's an awkward sort of time to be coming into the pits. Diego's in with him.
So now DB really needs to put the hammer down for this next lap or two.
Make up some rubber, I don't think.
Make up some of that time.
Full tank for Morgan, coming out last. 11th.
11th. Which puts him 25 seconds behind the leader. That's bang on a pit stop.
That's a long stop for Morgan too. It was 25. Full tank, full fresh tyres. Look at the pace difference there on against CaptainMuffin. He's put the indicator on, telling him to go to the inside. Gives him a flash of lights. Thanks, mate. He knows he's not racing him. He knows he doesn't want to get in the way. Let this guy go.
Oh, Muffin out of there. Sideways. Back up the front, DB. Stays out. Thinks about it, he's in.
Speedy tyres. Speedy tyres on fire. Oh, Cyborg got a penalty as well. He's going to have to go through the pits though.
Oh, I don't know how that works.
Around again. He didn't have enough fuel to go around again. There's no way he's going to make it.
Adam's
in.
Almost 10 litre advantage. So Scooter, where's Scooter? Bring him out. Scooter's, oh, look like Scooter on the pit entry line there.
In. They're all in except for GDR and Ricky Bobby, who went Phil really heavy in that last stint, so he can have a light load towards the end. So that car's going to be quick, the Obsession car. He'll have to stop yet, but the car will be light on fresh tyres. Mountain Goat has to stop again as well. Morgan Davey now takes control of the race in position 4 technically. He's now 6 seconds clear of DB007, who didn't quite fill. Cyborg trying to burn that penalty. Where's he going to burn it? You've got to burn it on the back stretch.
He'll be hating himself grabbing that.
He'll be hating this, yeah, because it's going to bring Adam into the race. He's not long back, not far behind him now. He'll burn now, down the inside, on the brakes.
So Adam's done the right thing as well. He's probably could have gone another lap or two, but he's just pitted to stay on the same sequence.
He jumped Speedy through the pits too, so he's actually in effectively, we'll say, 4th position at the moment. And this is a battle now between Cyborg, Adam and Speedy. They're all grouped together. This is Adam's time to pounce.
And he's got the speed because he's been there the whole race.
Absolutely.
And he looks after his car really well. So come the end of the race, he's probably going to have the bigger advantage.
So Morgan's done 2 laps already on his stint, right? Nowhere on the tyres at all yet. Car is looking as clean as a whistle.
It makes you wonder sometimes how they can be completely different, but obviously you learn the car, you can make them work, and he's sliding out of the corners.
So DB007 just actually bridged the gap a little bit there. He's 5.8 behind now, so he's started closing a little bit. He was 0.3 of a second faster that lap. And Cyborg is under pressure now from Adam. So this is going to be an interesting little battle here, which is effectively for 3rd place at the moment.
And he's probably within reach of that toe.
TX3 is the one to watch, so he's leading the way at the moment, but he has to stop again. Fuel lights just come on. Ricky Bobby, whose fuel light still isn't on yet, his tyres are very second-hand though, so he should pit now if I was him. And Mountain Goat will go with him too, so I expect the front 3 to pit maybe this lap. And look at that in the background, Morgan Davies closing in. So he's definitely going to pass them all.
Morgan Davies definitely going to get all these lot.
Absolutely. They should be pitting this lap. I think that'd be just ridiculous to go around again.
TX3 goes in.
I expect Ricky Bobby to go too. No, he's going to go around again.
Mountain Goat goes in.
I would have went in. I think Ricky Bobby's made the right choice there. Tyres for this. I'll watch this next pace and see what he's did a 22.3 though. I think he's thinking I hurt himself here. Where's TX3 going to come out? He's still sitting in the pits. The middle pack's approaching. 9th on the road.
8th.
8th on the road. He's got some work to do though. He's 20 seconds off the lead. But he'll have one of the best cars on the track now. Where did Mountain Goat come out? Mountain Goat came out 11th.
Well, like we said,
Alright, where's this battle?
they're going to have a pretty good car to the end. 12 minutes, that's going to be roughly 8 to 9 laps.
Oh, top of the lead here too, Ricky Bobby now with Davey all over him. Davey needs to get this done quick. You can't afford to get caught behind a car on 22s. Down the inside of the corner capo. Gets it done.
Just the extra grip, he just gets him on the inside and pulls up.
Yeah, walked it easy. You see Ricky Bobby trying to hang on to him, just can't even get the car to turn.
There's already a gap there.
Now. Yeah. It's already a second. Ricky Bobby's going to try and get in now. Look, the car can't even turn into the pit lane, it's so worn out tyres. Alright, so the battle on the track now is Adam, Speedy, Cyborg. Less than a second covering the 3 of them. Adam's got to go now, he's got to push because this is for the podium.
What a debut in Group A if he can make the podium.
Especially if he unseats the Cyborg too, who really needs the points to stay in contention for the championship.
Well, it's kind of worked in his favour a little bit with TX3 running behind him, and DV007 didn't have the greatest first round.
Just to let you know, no rookie Bobby's come out in 12th position. He's probably got too much fuel on board too, actually, so probably a bit rattled over there in the Obsession car.
I'll tell you what, Adam...
Ghost is calling for the Hollywood number now. Found a TX3.
I think Adam had enough to make a move on Cyborg then and probably pulled back in behind him. Down the back straight towards NASCAR.
He's just waiting to make this happen, I think. Speedy's there as well. I think Morgan's in cruising mode now because the gap's dropped. The gap's down to 4.9 seconds, but I think he's just in cruise mode now to get home. Trying to keep the car clean, not make a mistake. I think the battle now is 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Well, you may as well. I mean, even if DB gets within 2 seconds of you, you've saved your car that little bit extra for the last few laps.
Exactly. This is the battle. Adam is right on the back of the Cyborg now. So this is the 5-time champion versus a plucky young guy that sort of come in to Sector 1 last season, had a bit of a run through in Group B, had to come in with a bit of pace, and now he's really got to prove himself. And what better person to prove himself against than Cyborg?
Well, he's got a run. He's got a good run. Oh, what have we got here? He gives it Brocky the tap.
Yeah, he's waiting. He's not going to do it yet. He reckons this is too early in the race. Oh, Speedy's not going to wait though. Down the inside he goes. Thanks for coming, he said. You weren't looking in your mirror. Well,
Let's grab that.
So Adam tried the little tap and run there on the Cyborg. Give him a tap, played a bit cute. Speedy Times just sends it down the inside, gets right down the inside on him.
Speedy was well behind too. He's made up some major ground under braking.
There you go, Sean there with the stats from the pit lane. Morgan Dave will be leading the championship if he wins the race, which he is doing quite comfortably at the moment.
I don't think he's going to have a problem there.
This will really announce him as a fourth champion this season too. Like he was there or thereabouts in the Ferrari. He was sort of floating around the middle of the Group A pack, where he had sort of moments of really high pace, some podiums here and there. Definitely always been quick. He was even quick back in the. They used to drive a Lexus.
Yep.
Back when I was still switchblade back in the day, and he was even fast. I remember he was really quick at Bathurst one night in the night race.
He won the race. He won that race. I think.
Well, there you go. So he won the race there at Bathurst. Come out of the blocks hard in the Lexus.
TX3's up to 7th. We've got Diego in his sights.
He'll be catching these guys quickly too, but chomping time out of him. He's doing flats at the moment, so he's just absolutely flying. Adam's ready to repay the favour on speed here at the moment. He's caught right up to him again. He's giving the Cyborg a little bit of a chop out of 3rd position at the moment. He's just got 0.6 of a second gap on these guys now, as they're going to start battling again.
Jump on board with Adam. Seen a little bit of the off-track limits there from Speedy. The tyres touching the grass.
It's dangerous doing that too, because this car has a lot of grip, all the grip in the world, until you just don't have any left. You touch that grass and suddenly the car just drops out from underneath you. Alright, so the gap for the lead is 4.4 seconds at the moment. So DB's actually getting on with it here. He's done some really quick laps here. He's done some 19s, some very low 20s. Davy's in the mid-20s.
Starting to find some pace.
Low 20s as well for the Cyborg. So this 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th pack are really starting to really like the weekend. You can see Davy's just in cruise and collect at the moment. Doing just enough to stay in front. He'll be keeping an eye on that gap.
Well, there you go.
Save himself.
TX3's got around Diego like it was nothing.
That car's quick from TX3, just in 19.6. He's flying at the moment.
I don't know if he can make up 9 seconds, but it's still a good comeback.
Tried. Those guys start battling though, you'd be surprised how quickly that gap will drop. If these guys start really fighting for position, you know, they're getting to 6 minutes to go now. They're starting to fan out a bit, making defensive lines and that, which definitely slows the car up. They start back to the 21s, and you've got TX3 doing 19. So it's a couple of seconds a lap you can go. You can catch them up really quickly here.
What kind of fuel numbers are we looking at from the top 5, say?
Half a tank, a third of a tank. No, they're all fine. They're all going to make it easy. I'm looking down the field. I don't see anybody that's going to be in fuel danger. Yeah, no, the lowest car on the grid is just on a third of a tank now, which is one of these guys, speedy tyres, lowest fuel on the field at the moment. So I don't think they're going to be in any trouble making it home. We've got a couple of cars that are a little bit heavier, so TX3 GTR's got a bit more, Scooter's got a bit more, Mountain Goat's over fuel, he's got half a tank still, Ricky Bobby's got half a tank still. So a couple of those guys are a bit heavy still, but otherwise it's all good. Morgan Davies took almost half a tank as well, until he's taking the foot off the gas. The gap's now 3.8 seconds though, so GP's not letting this go. He's in attack mode at the moment.
I guess after seeing some of the stints that DB did last season, you know he's either struggling with the car or he's just not maybe getting the practice he needs in it, because he's one quick operator that can come out and just smash a lap time and be good for the race as well.
Oh yeah, look, at the end of the day though, other than a ridiculous performance tonight by Mr. Davey leading the way, the DB's, right at the front at the moment, so...
Yeah. He's not slow.
The track too. This track definitely brings out the drivers too. This is one of the championship favourite tracks. Everybody loves it, except for maybe that turn there through Aria, that big sausage curb inside of Aria. These cars do not like that curb either. They don't have a lot of.
As we see, Adam goes wide.
They don't have a lot of travel in the suspension, being a GT3 car, so they tend to bounce up over it pretty good.
Who do we see? Can we see TX3 in the background? Not quite.
He's 8 seconds off the back of him. He's closing in quickly. He's pulled a second and a half out of him in one lap.
I'd say they're probably going to see 3 more laps.
Like, it'll take a miracle for him to catch him, but there, he's 0.4 of a second just through that turn alone. Just through Nascar, he's just chomped out more time. 7.7. He's closing in very quickly here.
He's using a lot of the curb.
Alright, Morgan might be trying to start thinking of just letting on the throttle a little bit more now, because that gap's dropped again. That lap was a 1.2 seconds slower than his fastest. Whereas DB... Oh, DB dropped a little bit of pace there as well, actually.
I think when you start seeing the countdown timer at three less minutes, you're thinking to yourself, maybe I should just take it easy to the end. Unless your name's
up in the chat saying he hates the track.
I don't mind this track.
I quite like it myself, actually.
Brocky's
yeah, so look back here, so you've got 7th, 8th, 9th. So at the moment, Scooter's definitely on the charge after being told he's battling to be the lead driver at Bacchus Racing here. He's off after Diego now.
Mountain Goat probably not where he wanted to be. I think the young fellow was high hopes for this round.
Rattled early, right off the road a bit there, trying to go 3 wide through Aria. It wasn't ever going to work. Just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately, by the looks of it. But yeah, he'll bounce back. He's a quick operator.
He is very quick.
One of the toughest fields. It's one of the toughest fields in what is the toughest field we have. Look in front of him. It's the toughest field we have.
Scooter gets the run.
Up time if you fall off back. He had a run there. They went side by side. The 2 backers cars. He's going to get both of them if they're not careful. They're side by side. Through Corsa. Look at Mountain Goat. He's going to be on him on the. Get down the inside, son. Do it.
He's going 3 wide.
Oh, it's brave.
He's going to be on the outside for the second hairpin. First hairpin.
Diego's dropped 2 spots.
Must be them tyres.
Oh, that was interesting. Oh, Adam just got speedy tyres into NASCAR. Just caught that as I switched back up through the field. But now Cyber's at a 1.5 second chop out on these guys, so he might get away with this.
So he gets the run down. He gets the slipstream on Speedy down to the back straight towards NASCAR. Easy like that, takes the inside. Uses all the curb at NASCAR. Speedy a bit slidey on exit.
The gap to the leader now is 3 seconds. It's 0.8 of a second closer again, but Morgan's got a quarter of a tank of fuel still, and DB's just hit the fuel light. Morgan's just playing with him here at the moment, just dangling the carrot, see how fast he can get him to go. Cheeky. You don't want to do that, because the problem he has is if he does make a little mistake here somewhere and grabs the grass or just hits the ripple strip wrong or something and just gets sideways or grabs some sand or something, it's going to slow him right up, and suddenly he'll be right in contention to lose the lead of the race.
We'll do a quick run through the field because this is going to be their last lap. Davies is flashing the lights because he's already got it taken home, he thinks. DB007 trying to catch him as best he can in second. Brocky will take third if he can hold on to it. Adam with a great run in fourth. Speedy Tyres goes to fifth. TX3 into sixth. He's down to 4.5 seconds, so he's definitely made up some major time. Mountain Goat in seventh, so he's got around Scooter and Diego. Scooter in eighth, Diego in ninth. Ricky Bobby in 10th, 11th will be Wakey, Old Wakey, DJ Brain in 12th. CaptainMuffin in 13th, Scotty G in 14th. But Morgan Davies comes round to the last corner.
Man. Here he comes. Great drive, mate. Well done. That's P1.
He's led from start to finish just about. Easily takes first. Second will be DB.
Great recovery from DB there.
Brocky will be happy with third. Adam, major race from Adam in fourth. He's definitely shown him. Fifth will be Speedy Tyres. Good recovery from TX3 in sixth. Mountain Goat. He's definitely finishing the race better than the Ferrari. He's coming across the line. Scooter in eighth.
Got one at the end too. Ricky Bobby and Diego ran out of fuel at the end, Diego, so Ricky Bobby nabbed him at the end. Oh, Wakey's out of fuel as well. DJ might get him at the line. He's a bit close.
Oh, just gets him.
He got him. He got him.
CaptainMuffin will take 13th. Scotty will round out the 14. What a race.
Absolutely, what a race.
Morgan,
Great job.
let's show a little bit of the winner there. In the confetti. Morgan, start to finish, made it look easy. Kept the car composed, the tyres at a nice level. A few of the drivers tonight we thought maybe would have been punting for the win, had a few mistakes. DB definitely got a hold of the BMW tonight, and he's put himself into second. And Brocky definitely a lot better finish, where he wants to be in Group A, coming home on the podium.
Just going to point out there that it's a Good Doctor Design Studio livery that wins the race tonight. Just saying there for you, Sean.
So coming up, what have we got? Community series on Thursday. Got a new streamer having a go. We got, I think Diego will be DRD. Start of the new season for the community series. Couple of new tracks, same cars, new liveries. We are working on maybe a refresh season after.
Yeah, season 4 will be the refresh for the community. They'll run. We like to run 2 seasons per car if we can. So they run a couple of seasons in the Porsche and a couple of seasons. What do they run after that? The supercars, and now there are a couple of seasons in the Renault. Then we'll go something different again for season 4 onwards.
But good recovery from TX3 as well. I mean, he come off the track. He was back down to 11th, I think, at one stage, and he's made his way up to 7th. Probably should, while we're here. We'll go and recap the race. Order. So obviously Davies comes home in first, DB in second, Brocky in third. That rounds out your podium. Adam with such a great run, making his way into Group A for the first time and really showing everyone how to do it. Speedy Tyres in fifth, TX3 in sixth, not seventh. Mountain Goat in seventh, Scooter in eighth, who was tussling around with his teammate there, so maybe there's a little bit of banging going on that caused a bit of drama there. But Ricky Bobby in ninth, Diego in 10th, DJ Brain in 11th, Old Wakey in 12th, Captain Muffin in 13th, Scotty G in 14th.
Yeah, the drive of the day is going there, guys. So, drive of the day for Adam. Drive of the day for Adam again. That's it so far, guys. So let's get him in there.
We've got any drive of the day for the M4 too? I don't think we pulled up on that one tonight.
No, we didn't.
So I think drive of the day for me is Adam. I know Morgan definitely put his stamp on the field, but Adam just to come into Group A and really show what it's like to be a front runner is pretty good.
Yeah. Look, as you can see on the replay at the moment too, Adam beat Brocky last week by 11 seconds, and now tonight Cyborg beat him in the other direction, and of course the second clear of him tonight. So interesting as we head into round 3 for these guys, I think. I'm going to give my drive a day.
Might even see V8 in round 3 in Group A.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Probably not. I'll probably get halfway through a race and crash it. So Adam's getting a few of the votes here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go pretty well, I reckon.
I've had a bit of a shocker tonight. I've been on the computer all day and come into when we need to use it the best. It just couldn't get my head around it, but we got away with it. Getting the replays, we got a hold of it at the end. Got most of them. Start of the M4 and beginning of the M6s were a bit of a hassle.
I've got the championship results pending stewards review if you want to hear something a little bit.
Put it out there.
At the moment, leading the championship is Morgan Davey with 55 points. He's now 3 points clear of TX3 GDR in second position. DB007 is third on 50. Justy Atom is fourth in the championship at the moment on 45 points. Speedy Tyres is fifth on 44 points, and sixth position is Brocky on 42 points. So up the pointy end, there's not a lot of points in it, so it's a 10-point swing between fourth and first. But yeah, Cyborg really needs to fire for round 3 if he wants to catch up, because he's drifting a bit at the moment.
He's got to get that the qualifying. He's got to get the pole position, the extra point, and just start the race off where he needs to be.
Again, I think that's something that's been saving TX3 at the moment, because he's second in the championship at the moment, but he grabbed fastest lap again. You know, like he grabbed that extra point again tonight.
Yep. And
yeah, she's a close championship so far, which is good to see.
And Brocky was saying it could be pretty hard to catch back up from where he was, but he's doing a pretty good job to only be round 2 and in 6th.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have been a lot worse. Any thoughts on round 3? Because we are heading to Group B next weekend at the same track at Maggiore, and we're going to see a few more good battles there. I think we got good races up and down the field, Group A or Group B, but heading into round 3, I think
round 3 is an interesting one.
Yeah,
round 3
new track for us all, I think.
We're heading to Sardinia, which is a track we haven't visited since our first GT3 season way back in the day. So that's 2 seasons ago.
And if I'm correct, that's it. That was the A layout, was it?
Yeah, I think this is a different layout as well, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah.
Looks like a fairly small circuit, very tight. Some interesting flip-flop corners at Sardinia, so it's going to be a different track. So you might see some different guys sticking up around the top here, especially in Group B too. Group B's probably that group that's a lot closer meshed between the front and the rear.
I think we got a bit of a break from the sprint rounds too, because it goes from round 3 to round 4 for the M6s for the sprint round.
Yeah, sprint round for M6s is round 4 at Drought and Tail. So they've got a little bit of a wait yet before their sprint series round, which is good.
And I think
Get a bit of a break. So
we've probably picked the best track for that, because you try and drive that track fast and it can really hurt you. So it's the sprint round is perfect.
Yeah, guys attacking the bus stop all night in the sprint round is going to be interesting.
But anyway, we got a whole round to go yet. We got Group B next weekend, next Sunday, which will be Ghost and probably yourself, or I think you might be away next week.
I'm away next weekend, so you won't hear me in the box again until we get to Sardinia.
We might see Jimmy.
So it'll be one of the other lads. I know that it might be Jimmy, might be Diego. One of those lads will stick their hand up to do the events next week, which will be awesome. I'll make sure I'll be tuning in, because I'll probably be almost back from being away by the time the race starts, but it'll be very close to me. So I'm going to jump out of the box and let one of these other guys. We've got plenty of guys here that can do it, so let one of these other guys have a crack at it, and I'll be back for round 3.
I'm a little bit worried too, because I think the week after that I'm away, and hope I don't have to miss a round. Don't want to go backwards any further than I am.
It's going to get the spin out of the way with one not showing up.
But anyway, thanks to all the viewers for watching and jumping onto Sector 1 tonight. It's been 2 good races. There's going to be a bit of stewarding involved, I think, from the 2 races, but it's been great to watch. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like watching it, I guess. And we will see you Thursday for the Community Series, and Sunday for round 2 Group B. And I think that'll wrap us up, because we are just going past 9:30 and I'm getting hungry. And thanks for jumping in the box too, Lucas and Nascar. It's been good to talk with you.
Thanks, mate.
We'll see you all next week.
Thanks, guys.
We'll do.